Good evening, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing this evening? Chat, I am so tired. I have been so tired these last few days. Fuck me. Um, fuck. Okay. So, we got a few different things we got to talk about today before we get into the main topic, okay? But first, let me quickly change it over. How is everybody doing, real quick? Who have we got? Who have we got? We got Laurie the gay chess thing, not the cheese thing. Hidden heroine, Ivy, and then A Space, Nabi, Mia Gamer, Looney. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I haven't slept for 2 days, but we vibing. Real. So fucking real. There's a few different reasons why I haven't been able to stream recently. Um, you can probably imagine why. I'm gonna be briefly mentioning one of them. But real quick, let me quickly change screens real quick. Hold on. Wait, where the fuck is she? Oh, there she is. Hidden. Wake up.
No, I'm going back to sleep, bro.
Wake the fuck
Punk
up.
shit. No, I'm tired. I'm eating.
Yes, chat. Welcome. Hidden heroine. Okay. How are you doing?
I am alive. I am on fire, and I am also in editing hell. How are you?
So, a few different things I need to address, chat, before we get into things. Um, First thing, as I'm sure literally all of you are aware, there has been some stuff going on surrounding Fauci and Cloudy, with the op block. I have not had a chance to see every single fucking thing that seems to come out, because as you guys may be aware, a lot of stuff is being drip fed, which makes it really annoying for me to talk about this. Um, Now, according to Beckett's stream, the little parts that I did catch of Beckett's stream, Fauci is going to be doing a response to it. So, I am going to be waiting until then to really end up talking about it. I think the stuff in relation to the whole staff firing crap is definitely criticizable. When it comes to the stuff with Killjoy, if it's true, that's also fucked, okay? The issue I have currently with the Killjoy stuff is I haven't seen anything that directly implicates Fauci. Um, a lot of, if anything,
Sweeping.
that I've seen in relation to the Killjoy stuff has been in relation to conversations between um, Rena and Cloudy. So I actually can't even say anything in relation to the Killjoy stuff. I'm probably going to end up speaking to some people soon, to try and get a clearer picture. But yeah, um, not good. Um, it's, it's, I don't even know how to describe it. I think out of all the
Messy.
people I expected drama to come out from, I didn't expect Fauci. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, it's a bit bleak, to be honest, especially right after all the stuff which happened with Chile. Um, Fuck my life, I guess. The
No friends for
FPS
you
call
again.
is
You know this.
the FPS call is damning. Is that the new one that's just come out? I haven't seen that. I may have to go look at that. Thank you, Ivy. Um, you'll see it in a video soon.
That's still
What? I was
not.
gonna
Yeah.
say,
I
huh?
was talking to your chat.
Huh?
Your chat was being nice to me. Shut up.
That's not normal. Okay, so that's the first thing basically gone through. I'm sure a lot of you are probably a bit disappointed, okay? Why am I not speaking on it more? It's because I don't have everything, okay? I've never really been put into a position like this specifically. Fuck my life. The second one, I feel the need to really address because I co-hosted with this person quite often. I've noticed that some people mention them in the Discord. So, you guys are probably wondering where Mahi went. Um, Mahi hasn't been on streams for a while now, and there is sadly a reason for that. I did not intend to bring Hidden on specifically for this reason. Hidden is here for the art contest, so
Oops.
I'm not gonna make you like re-say your shit. I am just gonna read out what you have put in your server announcement, okay?
Be free.
It's I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's bleak. I'm just gonna become Hidden Heron real quick. Ahem. Hey, usually I don't make these types of announcements, but in this case, I have to protect myself and the people around me. It has recently come to my attention that Mahi, who many of you have seen around here and around other parts of the ACC, one wider commentary, has been behind the scenes spreading disgusting allegations about me and a friend of mine. Specifically, according to the retellings of someone who are keep anonymous, Mahi alleged that I distributed the video Daisy's Destruction. As a reminder, toddler rape porn. And I made Looney watch the video for research, whilst forcing them to do other research as well. First and foremost, you'll find Looney's statement on the below message. But also know, I never had access to, distributed, or even watched the alleged material. My entire crash out and the stage entirely revolved around how disgusted I was by the idea that this was spread, and that these were excuses being made for the spreading thereof. So this insinuation is asinine. Neither Looney nor Mahi were ever involved in my research about anything related to Go or the situation surrounding the minor I addressed. We have tried to get Mahi into a call or conversation about this. Mahi denied even ever doing this, attempted to frame the person accusing them as simply not liking them, and admitted that a conversation about this did occur. Multiple people have come to me independently behind the scenes to ask me about this rumor, and the root cause has always been Mahi. Mahi claimed to have been going to a mental hospital for a week, and instead of using the time they had left before leaving, in an entire day, they played Resident Evil for a day, and then disappeared for a week. I am doing my due diligence. Why can't I say that? I am doing
You're doing great.
my diligence as a creator to acknowledge and put these allegations to rest. If you have any more questions, please reach out or tag me in spaces we share. As for other small motions, Mahi and Angie both decided to spread my personal events and stories to a multitude of people that weren't concerned with it. They also spread a disgusting narrative about another content creator that I'll keep anonymous, for privacy's sake, painting him as a creep and a sex pest for pursuing them. Whilst Angie didn't spread this narrative, she was present when it was constructed and never corrected it. Actually, neither corrected that record for months. They have also both been behaving absolutely horrible to other AFABs around them and said content creators, spreading rumors that aren't true, and facilitating a feud between spaces that never had reason to exist in the first place. This led to me being actively antagonized and isolated from spaces, along with me actively antagonizing spaces and creators myself. When confronted and asked to fess up, Angie's reply was to throw Mahi under the bus, and Mahi's reply was to pretend to be hospitalized for a week that since passed. Angie in specific has made in a point. Fuck me, I'm having a stroke here. Angie in specific has made it a point to be particularly two-faced, being apologetic in my DMs whilst openly puffing her chest out in DMs of people like Asuka when called out, complaining that she was expected to lay low. Any and all attempts to resolve this behind the scenes has been met with lies, dodging, denial, and anger, and in Angie's case, blocked and unfriending only to hide in Putopia, because that place made it clear that her actions weren't that much of an issue past interpersonal gay shit. I usually wouldn't air my private business out like this, but these people were attached to me as friends, staff, and as people who were invited to my actual real-life wedding. They have informed the way I am seen in some places because they wave their attachment to me around like a trophy. So I do feel it is my ballpark to inform people why they are no longer around, nor tolerated in my spaces anymore. Thank you for your attention. And now we do have Looney's statement, which I can pull up on screen.
Yeah, I was about to say like that's pretty long, and I'm just gonna steal the like little part about Putopia because this has been misconstrued. This part about where I talk about Angie hiding in Putopia is not me criticizing Putopia or Vlad or Gallagher or anybody. It's me saying it's funny that she chooses the one place that I was told like her in a VC that all that happened wasn't that big of an issue. So this is an Angie flaw, not a Putopia flaw, and I would like people to treat it as such.
Yeah, exactly. So we have Looney's statement here. As the person that was specifically name dropped to be watching Daisy's destruction, and a supposed researcher during the Goat/Cupidite drama, I wholeheartedly say that I have not watched Daisy's destruction and have not been a researcher during the Cupidite and Goat debacle. The accusations made against me is disgusting, vile, and more importantly horrible, given that I am not only vocal about my hatred for the video and the people involved in the distribution, but it hits close to home on the count that I am from the fucking country where the crime was taking place. Now, I believe there's a last bit here before we... Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
there's a
the long
bit
one.
more. The long
Do you
way.
want me to read that for you?
Yes,
Would
please.
you like
I'm
that?
dying
Okay.
here.
This is also from Looney. It's a revised statement. As the person who was specifically named as allegedly watching Daisy's destruction and being a supposed researcher during the Goat/Cupidite drama, I wholeheartedly state that I have not watched Daisy's destruction and have not been a researcher for Hidden during the Goat/Cupidite debacle. The accusations made against me are disgusting, vile, and most importantly, deeply wrong, especially given that I have been very vocal about my hatred for the video and the individuals involved in the situation. There is even clear evidence of me stating that they should undo themselves in both stage chat and Himbledon's live stream. I became aware of this through Hidden, Junk, and Weebus. I was able to speak with... I'm not going to name that person. Who provided a detailed account of the event, and I also communicated with Mahi through an external platform. After much discussion, thought, and reflection among those affected and my friends, I find no reason to believe that this person would lie to me, given that they provided a detailed account of what happened on the day of the incident. In contrast, when speaking to Mahi, they described it as miscommunication and miswording, specifically the assertion that Looney was doing her own research. It wasn't a difficult choice. I am adamant in saying that I do not want a friendship with Mahi, nor do I want to be associated with them any longer. As this situation has unfolded, my friends and I have uncovered more of Mahi's actions that we cannot stand by, and have effectively cut them off from shared spaces. This entire situation has negatively affected both my mental health, funnily enough, and that of my friends, and it has further worsened my existing trust issues. If Mahi is reading this statement, as it will most likely be shared given how interconnected these communities are, I would like to say that I pity you and others like you who are so hell-bent on creating a narrative that fits your delusion. For someone who presents themselves as knowledgeable in mental health, sex, and interpersonal drama, you have made mistakes that can only be described as being on par with the very issues discussed in the communities we're part of. And for an empath, you have shown a little concern for your friends or even acknowledged your own faults. This is not because of how severe your mental health may be, but because of your own actions and decisions which have negatively impacted both the people you try to associate with for their popularity and those who have genuinely supported you through your personal struggles. This will be my last message to you before I go over the process of moving on to more productive things. Get help. Clearly, you have more issues than what you have already demonstrated throughout our entire friendship. While I recognize that neither extensive therapy nor medication alone can resolve deeply rooted problems, again, get better, but stay away from me.
Thank you. So yeah, as some of you may have noticed, Mahi is no longer staff on the Discord. Mahi has been removed from the Discord server and MySpace personally. They have been for a little bit now. I was basically trying to figure out the right time to talk about it. But basically, everything kept blowing up behind the scenes in relation to other people. As some of you are probably aware by now. Yeah, I'm not very happy about anything that's going on right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's why I've not been able to stream, because I've just been so drained and tired.
Yeah.
I know some people can really sort of power through and give a sort of a joking spin to some of these things. I can't. it really hits me. Same that happened when it came to like the goat stuff originally. That was part of one of the reasons why I never ended up talking about the goat stuff originally. It's just sad. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, it's bleak. Oh, sure. I can amuse Chad.
So, Chad, how are you doing? How are we doing on this fine, wonderful night?
I'm overtaking the stream now. This is now mine. Also, I noticed people noticed the new stills. Yes, I redesigned my Sona for the 7 millionth time. We now have a Persephone slash Hades themed Sona. And I also redrew my stills for the 7 millionth time, so we have that too. And I'm releasing a video too, or like soon-ish, hopefully, where you can see them in action. There's a few new. Also, yes, this is the housekeeping we were talking about because, it's kind of important to talk about these kinds of things. Also, thank you, Bankman, for becoming a sponsor. Well, actually, you've been a sponsor for 5 months. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. You're so nice. Also, don't yoink me. But yeah, I have a video coming out soon, and Yen has more videos coming out soon too. And I might be in one of them.
Yeah, just don't get cancelled, please.
I'm gonna try my best. No promises. You don't have a good track record with these things.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
person to get cancelled, and if they're called Hidden Heroine, I'm doing a video on them. I swear to God. But yes, chat. That was the awful, painful housekeeping we had to do. But thankfully, we can do brighter and happier things. It's time for the amazing art contest. Woo! Yay!
Yay! Woo!
So, some of you who are in the Discord, which you should totally join by the way, would be aware that I have been running an art contest for about a month now. And the whole concept of it was basically doing an outfit swap between any sort of... I got hair in my mouth. Any sort of OC or Sonas you have... Yeah, I know, I'm smooth. And swapping it with mine. Okay? So. We are going to get into that, okay? I need to pull up the Discord so I have the names correctly. I have all of the lovely pictures pulled up. Where is the thread? Let me go to the top. And then we can get right into this, okay? And then we'll be going on to the Caleb shade stuff. Okay. So, first up on the docket, we have Your Mochi. He has made, I believe this is their character, Gideon, and they are a moth creature. I think this is really cool. In the with the suit and the boots. I just noticed the boots are kind of matching. We kind of have the matching boots.
Twinning.
I really like this. This is awesome. Okay. I just realized what we're gonna do. How are we even gonna judge this? I didn't think about this. Because there's only two of us. I think if we come to a tiebreaker, I think we'll let chat decide. I think that would be a good idea. Okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, if we can pick like the preemptive, how about we do it this way? We pick the preemptive like best 3 that we like, and then we let chat decide between the 3 of them.
Okay. I like that. And guys, I will say this, just because you didn't win does not mean that your art is not awesome, okay? I love all my artists in the community, okay? As you guys are well aware, I keep a lovely little folder of all of your fan art, and whenever a new video drops, I put all of the new ones into the video at the end. It is very epic. Okay. Let's continue. Next one. Now, I like this. I like the little cow creature, okay? The cow creature is very cool. Now I need to go back to the art contest. So this is CC Moo. I like the casual clothes, okay? They've made me very yeehaw here. I love that I now have that secondary ref for like the tattoos or the markings I've got on my character. They have stolen my son. This is fucked up, okay? Oh shit, I should probably share my fucking screen with you. That'll probably
Yeah,
be really
probably.
useful.
I was just going through the fucking like
Just didn't even
ad
say
card
anything.
channel.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to
I was just
kidnap
a
you. There you
professional
go.
streamer chat.
Perfect,
Okay,
perfect. I like this a
here you
lot.
go.
Very chill vibes. Very chill vibes. I've got
I love how
the
happy
sandals
I
on.
am.
Hmm?
Look at the little guy. I love how happy your son is. Look at him. He
Yeah, he's so
smiled.
happy. It's like, mother, I've been kidnapped. This is fucked up. Who missed this? I love the tone colors. Yeah, me too. I like them a lot. This is
The
awesome.
style suits your character though, like the chill style. It's very cute.
Now I notice I've been given sandals. How did the sandals fit onto the? Anyway, I'm not gonna question that actually. I'm not
Don't
gonna
think too
question
much.
that.
Don't
I'm not
think
gonna
too
think
much.
too much. Okay, okay. I like this a lot. Very cool. Now we have Cavalry is queer. Um,
I've seen this.
I'm the queer. Okay, buddy. You're literally in a dress. So fucking true. I think I like the shorts. Okay. I believe they did 2 other additional drawings for this. I like we're in
Yeah,
a
they
very
turned.
like liminal environment. Very scary.
You're in the
Um,
back rooms.
yeah, we're in the back rooms. I believe they also did these 2, which is horrifying. They turned me into a furry again. This is fucked up. I like this a lot.
Oh,
Okay.
this is cute.
I believe I've fucked up my streaming screen. Hold on. Let me select this and move it up.
Professional streamer, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
I love it.
Okay. There we go. Now this is I believe this is Hike. How do I say your name? Hike Mookie. Let me check. Where
Oh,
are
I
you?
like.
Oh, I have to avoid that person. Yeah, Hike Mookie. I believe I've seen that art before. I very much like it. I love the kind of like painterly style that Hike Mookie does. They're probably if they're in the chat, they're like somewhere about and they see this. I'm sorry if I said your name incorrectly.
I'm not.
Apparently, I believe. Let me check the thing again. Yeah, this is their Minecraft OC. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, I
I
really
like
like the
this.
textures. The textures on this are pog.
I like the little. I don't even know what it would be called. Is it like an ascot?
Think so.
It's like
I was about
it's what like
culture.
scouts or cubs wear. Do you have those in your Jermaine?
Scouts now. With the
No,
rich people wear those sometimes.
you don't have those. You don't have like beavers or cubs or scouts.
No,
Okay,
no.
I guess that's like a specifically UK thing. For you guys who don't know what Cub Scouts and stuff is, it's like, how do I even describe it?
Out yourself.
Okay, think of the kid from Up.
Hmm.
You remember how he had like the sachet with all the badges?
Yeah.
That's what we have, basically.
Oh,
That's what we have. And you do little tasks or like things to get the badges and it makes you feel super special or something. You know? I like this. Don't
good
Americans
lord.
have Cub Scouts too? Maybe. Oh, so wait, where are you from though, Mia? Dox yourself real quick. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Give us your full address
We
and credit
have
card number.
yeah. We have them cubs, girls, boys, and the normal scouts. I'd assume you have girls and boys. I assume you also
Yeah.
have men and women.
Whammon.
Anyway. Now this, I really, really like this. So Dart did this. I love this so much. I think when I saw this, I think this is probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
I love the rendering. It's so cool.
It is so good. And just like the little gremlin in the back, like
My little
you look all
guy.
cool. Yeah.
And then you have like the creature. I love the halftones. I love the use of halftones. If you can see that in the shading. It's so
Yeah.
pretty. I love this so much. Everything about this. I love the way the hair is drawn here.
Oh, floofy and shit.
Yeah, it's all
Also,
floofy and stuff.
they gave Filet like a little
I
collar. Oh my.
know. Look at him. He's so
我想
cute. They gave me the Converse, I think. I don't know shoes. I don't know
yeah,
shoes.
they did.
And then you have the little gremlin, which has also got like the kind of like fiery hair, which is really cool. This little creature, I really like this. I really like Dot's art. They're the one who did
Yeah.
the little like me doing that's the cutest little fucking thing I've ever seen meme with Ace as the bunny
No.
who says I can't wear my Converse with my dress. Yeah.
Do you not know that song? Oh my god.
No.
Awful.
No.
Awful.
No.
Awful.
No.
You don't know the meme? Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not even like
Zero.
I was gonna say I'm old, but you're like older than me. You witch. You witch.
That's am I? Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
old. I'm
Yeah.
ancient. You're right.
You're like 35.
Yeah, I'm like 46.
Yeah, you're like 67.
6,
And
7.
then I wonder who this is. You can't judge this one.
Oh, who? Oh,
Hmm. So we have this random like A-locker. I think their name was like Found Cocaine or something. So yeah, this is Hiddens. They have them hanging upside down like a bat. The girly pop himself. The changer of sonas every 5 days whenever something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And then you have me, who wears the outfit better. Serving cum.
Ugh. I know you really like that outfit. I have to
really
like
do.
I have to design yourself one eventually. It'd be really fun if I gave you like a moon theme thing because like when I made this, the whole idea was like, oh, you have the sun versus the moon because you're like all fire and orange and
Yeah.
shit. And then there's me, So I was like,
Yeah. I mean, it's always been funny that me and Ace's characters have always had that like weird duality to them. I think
Yeah.
that's really funny that just sort of like became a thing when people started like drawing Ace with more like a space theming to it. I think that was the best thing along with Ace gaining hair. I
Yeah,
sometimes see
God,
old
thank
art
God.
with bald Ace and it's horrifying sometimes. It scares me.
Yeah, well, thank God he has hair now. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jump scare.
Yeah, he grew it out. I really like this as well. I like all of these, okay? They're all very delicious. I will eat all of your art. And then we have, I believe this is... Oh my god, why does it keep doing this? Oh my god. Where the fuck is it? So this is, how do I say your name? Giko?
I believe.
So this is me swapped with the character called... How do I say that? Queefy. That doesn't sound right.
Oh my
I don't think... Queetfee? Queetfee. Queefy? Queetfee. I don't
Fishy
think
is so
Queefy is right.
Fishy is so good at clip this.
I don't think it's Queefy. But this is swapped with their character who is a Cupid. Apparently they won't let them wear the Bovo, which is fucked up. Apparently they really wanted an excuse to draw a fake halo and fake wings. Oh my god, I've just realized that. Because I believe, yeah, because that character is like a Cupid. I think that's a really funny detail. That I get like the fake halo and the fake wings.
You went to Hot Topic. It's
The Hot
okay.
Topic wings. I like this a lot. I like this. I like this the silly little cat socks and everything. This is very
Yeah.
cool. I like
Very
a lot. I like the lot. I still think I think my best decision was adding the whole like the flame marks to my character. I like the way that people would like draw my character in different ways. Like in slightly different, like sometimes different outfits. So I kind of wanted to bring that back and have an excuse to actually like show off the markings. I'm like, yes, I know what to do. I know what to do. Who's next? Now we have, I wonder who this could be. Abyssal Gay. Abyssal Grey. Abyssal
The gay.
Gay. Abyssal Gay. How do I keep on going off the art submissions tab? Fuck me. So this is one of Grey's OCs. It's a puppet called Dandy. They are very blue. Oh, I can see the stitchings now. Okay, the puppet thing does make sense now. Okay. I like the very patchy outfit. Very cool,
Mhm.
very cool, very chill, very relaxed. I like how evil I look.
You
Serving
are
cunt,
evil.
serving cunt. Yeah, I
Accurate,
like this a lot.
accurate.
This is awesome. I very
Very
much like
pog.
this. Um, and then we have, I believe this is hip flora. Yes, the little thing that I keep locked in my basement. Now, I believe they haven't done like their sonar, but their sonar is like mainly covered in fur. So this is kind of why the outfit's like this. Um,
The
apparently
tits
from
are out.
they are out, but it is fine. YouTube, it's fine. Okay. Their
It's
character is
okay.
more like a party rave type kind of character, I believe. I think this is cool. I like the big fluffy legging thingy mabobbers. Well, I said that's so British. Don't worry. I like this a lot. I really like people who use like half tones for shading and stuff like that. I think it's really cool.
People who do that are so brave. Could not be me.
Yeah, yeah. God. Have you seen people who actually like use it for like they buy the cutouts for half tones of like their
Yes.
traditional, and I'm like, oh my God.
I have this one artist, I forget their name, but they literally have their sketches and then like put it on top, cut it out as sort of like ASMR, and it's so pretty, and I'm like, I could
Mm,
never. I could never.
the effort in case you fuck it up, and then you try and pull
Yeah,
it off and it rips the paper. God. Okay.
literally.
And then we have Haikal.
Oh,
We have Haikal.
cow.
Haikal, who is
Thank
I
you.
believe that this is like their little like not cyborg, but like tech. I forgot. They explained the law to me. They explained the law. I'm gonna cry.
You
Where is it?
forgot.
Um, because the way that they were doing it is like I think that like their whole theme is like tech theme basically, which is why
Oh,
you have
yeah,
like
that
the
was
shoulder thing with like the red Kool-Aid going into it. But I'm also kind of serving cunt with like the businesswoman aesthetic. I like
oh,
the
the
boots. I
pose.
like the
The
boots. I
pose.
like the shading for the hair. I'm just surprised that Cal was able to draw this, given the fact that their like computer keeps like refreshing to like Windows
Right.
70 from
Poor
a
cow, bro.
wartime bunker. Have you seen it? Like Cal was showing me like a while ago that like their cousins or nephews or something had accidentally reset the computer to like ancient ass like operating software, and it
Oh
looked
no.
really cool. Like it,
I mean, does it
the
look
app
cool?
icons looked unique, and it was like I
Yeah.
think it was like I think it was Command and Conquer as like the basic like background splash, but like really old art. It was very
Blast to the
cool,
past.
very retro looking. Also, thank you very much, Venkman, for the $5 US. Slips Yen, $5. Thank you very much, Venkman. I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much in chat. If we reach the goal, you guys get marshmallows, and it goes towards the PC fund, so that I can actually stream video games and make videos on a better editing software other than Filmora, because Filmora sucks ass.
Don't do CapCut. They'll bully you over CapCut
I
too.
tried, and this laptop can't even run CapCut on it. I tried doing it for like the given ant like Undertale meme I did, and it kept buffering and breaking, and I hated it every 5 seconds.
No way.
It was evil.
Yeah, like I'm the other way around. I can't use DaVinci. I've tried because that's
Uh,
what Sin uses to edit.
hmm,
So I have CapCut, and every time I mention I have CapCut, half my audience bullies me. So
yeah. Yeah, so Amos told me that apparently, I can't remember what editing software he uses, but he says, yeah, if I upgrade my computer, he'll just give me like a thing to copy his settings,
oh,
for like his audio
nice.
balance and stuff. And I'm like,
Oh,
haha, yes, because that's the only good thing for Mora's 4, which is like the AI audio cleaning. It's like the only useful thing for AI, which is audio cleaning. Oh
yep.
my god, thank you very much, Advocate, for the 5 gifted memberships. 07's in the chat for Advocate. Thank you very much. That's extremely generous of you. Why is Stream Elements now doing the sponsor thing? I don't even have the alert set up because I can never understand Stream Elements.
Oops.
I need to learn that. I need to learn
Also,
that.
gifties.
So who got
Oh,
one? Mia got one. Oh, Commander Cody. Espen the Dragon, Moon got one, and then Love the got one. Awesome. Try
awesome.
Microsoft Clipchamp. I am not using Clipchamp for video editing. What are you talking about?
Windows Movie
Abyssal.
Maker.
I am not taking editing or YouTube advice from Abyssal Gay, who's just like, why does my stream lag? As I look at their 1 bajillion Amazon tabs at the start of their streaming software, and I'm like,
my
okay, and like maybe you should close some of them and it will work, and they're just like, I need this open though, and I'm like, well, you're streaming.
You'll die.
I have to close everything when I'm streaming just to make this shit work. I literally only have the required stuff open for streaming. But anyway,
That's
enough bullying Gray. Next one.
never enough.
Speaking of Africa,
Oh,
this is very
wait.
cunty.
Oh my goodness, that dress. Hello.
The dress is serving. The dress is serving. I like this very much. I got a little bag. I got the little bangles. I've got like, I believe that like, I like that because like I believe it like it's not like shoulderless because one part of it goes up and it sort of wraps around the arm. I like this a lot. Apparently your character is extremely tall, which is horrifying, given mine is 6 foot. Terrifying.
Tall
Amazon.
people.
Amazon. The Amazon. Like it's
Amazing.
the accent, okay? Amazon. Amazon.
Amazon.
I fixed that issue, by the way, with a dedicated streaming browser. Yeah. Yeah, we'll
Yippee.
see how far that gets you. I really like this. I like the little, like, hair accessories. This is really cute.
Yeah.
I like the other character as well. It's very evil. Very tall. Very
Very
evil.
tall.
Yeah. I like the way that Advocate kind of does, like, shading. In the way that it's, like, not necessarily, like, blending, per se.
Yeah, it's not like blurred how I do it, where I just, take $3, blur them. Like,
Yeah.
I could never, but it looks so good.
It reminds me kind of like, oh, what am I thinking of? Like
Yeah, I'm
oil,
thinking
like
about-
oil, not oil crayon? Is it oil crayon? What's it specifically? Do you know what I'm referring to?
Oh, either you're thinking about gouache or you're thinking about like the pastel crayons that you can use?
I think so.
Like it reminds me like it's giving a little bit of Vincent van Gogh with dots and
yes, that kind of style. Yes. Him. Yes.
very good, very nice.
She's like mega tall to dwarf her dwarven deaf knight husband. That's based Advocate. I love that.
As
like
God
this.
intended.
And then what do we have? Whom? I forgot the name.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I had the tab put up on a different thing. So this is Mia, who is in the chat. Is a bit rushed, but
Ow.
my OC Mia and Yan. Oh my god, I like this.
Oh my God.
Clothes are a bit tight. Yeah, because you're so fucking short. The dress is long, because she is short. True. I like this. Itsushi Yan looks a bit tight though. Are you okay? It does hurt a bit. Painful. The clothes shrunk in the wash. I like this a lot. I like the leather. I do really like the casual fits as well. I like the little like the purple gloves and stuff like that. Very epic.
Very demure, very mindful.
I like the rendering on the eyes as well. It's very pretty.
Yes.
Very pretty.
Oh,
Very
very
done.
cute.
Very well done, Mia. And then we have. This is kind of crazy.
Oh, this
So
is one of my favorites.
So this is SB. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm kind of a bit biased. I really like SB style. I really do. The rendering is crazy. Holy fucking shit. This
I
is
immediately
awesome.
I immediately thought, this is like probably crazy, but I immediately thought of like Pokemon art, like official Pokemon.
Oh. Well, like
So
full
I-
color, like card art.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my God, it's Yen as a Pokemon trainer. That's crazy.
They haven't told me like what their actual like OC is, but this is insane. I love this so much. I just love SB style in general because it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like, if you've seen kind of like the kind of like the more kind of like, I guess chibi-esque style that like SB's done, it's not like minimalist. I don't know how to describe it. It's very like bold colors that like
Mhm.
make it look extremely clean. if that makes sense. Like, I mean, if you look at like the shading when it comes to like the hair, it's like a lot of it. I mean, if you see where like the magnifying glass is on my screen, you have just like a solid color here. But you wouldn't, when you look at the whole thing, you wouldn't really think that, right? It's just so
You're-
like clean.
It's so good. Like I also lineless, just people who do
Oh,
lineless art,
lineless. Yeah,
impressed-
lineless is what I'm
it's so
thinking.
impressive to me because like
Yeah.
it's just like you can see the lines despite the lines not even being there, and I think that's just pog.
I think
Delicious.
the lighting as well is just really cool. I love
Consuming
like the coloring with like the like I don't even know how you like the even with the markings, the way that they're brighter because of the lighting themselves, the lighting as well. I know you can also
Yeah.
tell they're like kind of like they are glowing. Like, and you can tell
Mhm.
that it's like less bright because of the environment. I don't know. I'm glazing this a lot. I think this is really well done. I really like
Also,
SB's art
SB's,
style.
SB's in chat.
Hi SB.
So,
Yeah, SB's
ah,
cool. Now we have, I believe this is the last whenever. I think that's. Let me get rid of that. So the last submission, I believe this is. I believe this is Embray. Now Embray
yeah.
did something a bit different. As you can tell, this is a YouTube video. Um, Embray went on a very much on a crunch. I don't understand how Embray managed to do this so quickly because I believe like they were like, I'm very worried if I'm gonna be able to submit this in time. Because they had only done like the what's the word? The storyboard basically for it, I think is how they
Mhm.
described it. Like a day ago. And then a day
Ah,
later they submitted it. I planned to
crazy.
color it, but I got sick. Embray, you've done insanely well considering that you told me that like considering that how the animation was like a day or two ago. You have crunched like crazy. Now we are gonna watch this. Are you ready? Chat, we
I'm
ready?
ready.
Now I believe I might need to like cut this out in the VOD, sadly, or at least mute it. But God, oh, you got vertigo and nausea? I'm so sorry, Embray.
Oh,
I hope you are feeling better, okay? But yes, let's watch this chat.
One to the kidney, two to the dome. That's left, right, left,
Oh
right,
my
left,
God.
right, go. Got a rollie for the brunch and a paddock for the show. That's left, right, left,
oh my
right,
god,
left,
it's
right,
even
go. Got a
another.
big new body and a whip it like a pro. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. Got a great main chick and a real bad hoe. That's left, right, left, right, left,
This is
right,
so
go.
fucking cool.
Oh, cool. Oh my god, look at you. You're so cute.
This was so fucking cool. Ah! Go away, Dickers.
Go away, Dickers. Chew.
What the fuck is that? Oh, I forgot that was your submission for Beckett's
Yeah.
art contest. Oh my God.
It's the first
That
thing
was
I noticed.
awesome. I love this. So from I believe what I was explained to me was that like Embray's character was kind of like a what do you call it? Like an idol.
Yeah.
So they decided to do it this way, which I think is really cool. I wanna try and like actually like BB no ballsack, please stop. So apparently I wanna see where the outfit switch is because I'm stupid.
I think it's near the end, yeah.
So
Like,
this is Embray's one of Embray's OCs. I really like it because yeah, they're kind of like they are kind of like an idol. Yeah. Okay, I am right.
it's so
Awesome.
cute.
And then we get to Mwah.
Oh,
I
look
love
at
this.
you.
I love the little
Look
hair
at
accessories. I love the little like the bows and the fronty stuff. I love the
Mhm.
corset. I really like corset designs, as you can tell by my character.
Would have never guessed.
Never would have guessed. Yeah, I like the little bows and stuff. This is really cool. I have a huge respect for anyone who's able to do any level of animation because I could not. I could
Yeah.
not.
I do story. That's about it. Like, I
Yeah.
could never.
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, you kind of do animation. I mean, your guy's idling an animation right now.
That's just 2 frames, though.
Yeah, they're writing smart. But yeah. I really like this. This is awesome. This is going to be really hard to try and decide.
Oh, right. We have to make
We have
decisions.
to make decisions. I'm not gonna lie.
Phew.
Immediately, I think I'm definitely going with where is it? But like I think one of them, I think definitely SB.
That's one of the ones I would have picked too.
I think SB. I think also Dot.
Yeah, wow, we're on the same wavelength.
And
Crazy.
then for the final one, I
That's a good,
because they're all so fucking good.
right?
Um,
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you think
Should we?
differently. I think Embray.
Yeah, I was about to say we could probably let chat pick the third one, but if I had to pick one, I would probably also pick Ember.
Well, the way I was gonna do it is I'm gonna put the three as a poll.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
and then the
sense.
chat can choose. So chat, I believe because me and Hidden are on the same wavelength, we have picked three, the top three. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
guys. Again, I cannot iterate enough. Okay, all of your guys' art is absolutely amazing. Okay, I appreciate and love every single one. Okay, I think you guys are extremely talented. Okay, it's hard enough to have to go and pick quote unquote the best. Okay, this is just off of la personal taste. Okay,
A little personal taste. Le
okay.
nom noms.
So let me do the poll. Let me see.
Yeah.
Can I add another option? I can. The winner.
Ooh. I think you can add like 3 or 4 in total, one of
Yeah.
the two.
So we have Embray, which is the animation.
Got ESP,
Espy.
ESP, and Dot.
Come on. And then we have Dot.
I believe. I believe in you, Yen.
Okay.
Make me proud.
No, I didn't want to do another option. There we go. Okay. So chat, that is in. I'm gonna let that run for a while. Oh my god, why is it actually doing like a loading bar? Oh wait. Okay, because it's doing like okay, it's like trying to select the winner.
It worked. It worked. I can see
Okay.
it. You're just
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So chat, lurkers, I know you're there, okay? I see you. Stop lurking, okay? Stop doing your studying or your drawing for a hot second and click that poll, okay? We need you to vote for your country, okay? America
vote for
needs
the
you.
things.
America needs you. Okay, chat? Okay. So, I think I'm gonna let that run for a bit. While that's running, Hidden, would you like to stay
Yeah.
with me for a bit for a little bit of drama?
Ooh, I could. Well, I technically could do like half an hour-ish
fine.
because I do have to get editing done, but yeah.
Of course. So, I'm gonna... Oh god.
Oh, hi, Dreamer.
That's like the fake dreamer. That scared me.
That's a fake. We have a fake Dreamer?
We
That's
have
silly.
Faker, yeah, because the dreamer deleted the accounts, I believe. Thank you very much,
Um,
Dreamer CC, for the 10 US dollars. I don't know if you
I
meant to leave a comment. I don't know if that bugged out. But thank you very
But
much.
thank
I
you
definitely
anyways.
appreciate the 10 US dollars. That's very kind of you. Thank you very, very much. I very much appreciate all of you. And again, for people who are the winner, okay? If the winner ends up being in the chat, I'm going to say it in the chat anyway. If not, I'm going to end up reaching out to that person in DMs. As I said, okay, the winner gets the 50 US dollars via PayPal or via Steam. Those are the two options. Those were clearly stated in the rules, okay? Those are the only things I can do. I am a UK citizen, okay? We do not have
Mhm.
stuff like Cash App or Venmo. That's not allowed here. I can't do that, sadly. So those are the only two options. Steam would make my life so much easier. But whichever one you would prefer, okay? And I will send it over your way, okay? When we get to that point. How's the poll doing? Let
Awesome.
me check. It is getting very, seems to be quite spread across the board. Interesting.
That just means everybody's talented.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close the ones that aren't in the free selection, just so I save my thing from loading stuff. getting
True.
hidden out of there. There we go.
Get hidden out of there. Who the fuck is this hidden heroine person anyway?
So yes, chat. Again, just to remind you, we have Dot, SB, and Embrae. Okay, chat? But, guys, if you guys don't remember, okay, last time on the Yen channel, we were covering the mega doc that I created, okay? In relation to someone who was the producer for a channel called Quag. I believe that's how you say it. Called Caleb Shade. And basically what this guy had been accused of was basically entirely being an absolute creep. TLDR, that we got through the first and the second documents. First, we had this person called Laurie, where this person was Aero Ace. And they consistently basically told Caleb, no, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. They would consistently try to keep flirting with this person. But this is where it kind of deviates hidden. Caleb would go around to other people and basically lie about the status of any sort of friendship or relationship with Laurie. Basically stating like, oh, they were leading me on. Oh, I'm so damn bad for them. Basically talking extremely weirdly and disgustingly about them. It was really weird. To the point of apparently like also claiming to be way more closer with people who are on the Quag YouTube channel than they actually were. And basically apparently going around and like sowing like seeds of like people like to try and pit people against each other because he's just fucking weird. I know I very much redundancized a lot of the stuff that I've spoken about. It's almost as if I did a really cool stream going over the first entire document. This document is 60 pages, okay? I'm sorry, chat. I will say from last time, I was getting a bit annoyed with the beginning part of the document hidden. Because it was kept doing that thing of just like, don't worry, we'll come back to that. And then the most damning stuff was just like, down towards the bottom.
Honestly, I'm so glad that I had the opposite experience of that with the docs I had going through.
Yeah.
Because the one I went through just started out with the most damning shit and then had everything else. I'm like, thank God.
Like, this is the kind of upset. This is an example chat just to remind you guys of where we were. This is one of the messages he spoke to, when he was speaking to an entirely different person, right, chat? This is Caleb Shade. Saying, I cannot stop working. I must make it to the top. I cannot distance myself from Laurie. She did nothing wrong. I cannot text Blank even if things are getting bad again. I've never felt more alone. No one is going to save me this time. I must keep going. I must be. It's incredibly obsessive.
Go to therapy. Go to therapy.
Yeah. I mean, even when they were, like, basically told, like, what the fuck they did wrong, like, they were just, like, entirely not getting it. Like, I mean, even here, just, like, they were confused why, like, Laurie blocked them, I believe. And basically, like, where is it? Poke saying, like, me and Blank, it was that I relied on him too much in my times of need, like how you talk about not going to Laurie, for everything. That was what I did with Blank, and I think I've gotten better about it since then. Even if we talk, my go-to is I need Laurie now. Then Seta says, a boundary generally needs to be something that is self-moderated or enforceable, so the boundary there will be if Laurie told you couldn't help with every issue that you have. Oh, sorry, they couldn't help with every issue that you have. You not going to them with every problem would be respecting that boundary. Poke says, then I guess in that sense it would be the boundary of not flirting with them. Seta says, was that a boundary they set? Poke says, yes. Seta says, then what have you been doing, bro?
Valid crash out. Valid crash out.
So that's just like a quick refresher of the kind of guy this is, right? We then went on did Kyle F stock or statement. So Kyle F, I need to very quickly pull this up for chat. Hold on. Just to refresh people, I should have had this pulled up because it's a really good idea to have this.
I believe.
Boop. So
Oh, there.
Kyle F was one of the people on the Quad channel. This is the whole like thing where this is like this drama is centered out of. This guy was the producer behind the scenes for this group.
Yeah,
It's like a Minecraft, I guess, podcast.
Of course. Of course. It's always fucking Minecraft, bro.
So hold on, need to.
you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. So proud of you.
There we go. Do. But yes, that is a quick like little tiny refresher. They basically said, "I'm sorry if all the people had to experience this guy. We didn't know." That was it.
Okay.
We're now on to the third document, which is 10 pages. Again, these are all separate documents. Some of these are going to be longer than others, so depending on how long each document is, chat, depending on how much you have to say, depends on how far we get into this, okay? So, again, like I said before, this is a mega document that I've made. All I've done is copy and paste the respective documents into it without any editing. I've linked all of the statements and stuff like that, so once I'm probably done with this topic and everything's looked through, I will be putting this out there, okay, for other people to look at. But yes. So we have the tweet. Me and Scarifi's experience with Caleb Shade / Poke. Trigger warnings for essay. Oh, fucking hell. Harassment, homophobia, and racism. Interesting. Okay. Let me zoom in.
Hi.
Good lord.
Hello, I am Parker / Hey Parker and Parker / Parker Squinkles. That's a lot of names. Now, I believe this person was mentioned briefly near the end of the first document. And they did say that this person would end up coming up with their own document, so this is probably it then. I'm an artist, mod, and tester for Minecraft YouTube community. I was a close friend with Caleb Shade at the start of 2025 until around August of 2025. This document serves as a display for a lot of Caleb's patterns of behavior just before he was seriously involved with running Quag. I suggest reading the document Laurie for an extensive... Okay, English. I suggest reading the document Laurie for an extensive list of everything he's done recently. I also encourage you to read all the other victims' documents, as listening to victims is extremely important.
No shit, Sherlock, but good statement.
TLDR, Caleb and I were very close friends, as he would help me in a time where I needed lots of support. He often told me about how he viewed women, and of some of his manipulation tactics, and framed himself as an improving person. He insulted someone in our hotel.
Help?
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me?
And because of his apparent new crush on me, used very similar tactics to attempt to do the same to me. After my best friend informed me of him breaching my boundaries, he villainized her to many of our friends. Later, he did the same to me. To put it plainly, Caleb and I were never romantically involved. After our friendship had ended, he insulted me, said racist remarks about me, and told others complete lies. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was another thing about this guy, by the way. He believed in something called the Madonna... What was it called? The Madonna Whore Complex.
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask
he
if that's
had
what
that.
you're... Uh-huh.
He said he had that.
That's not how that works. That's...
As in, he would... And if you know anything about it, he saw Laurie as the Madonna. Like, pure and couldn't ever do anything. And then, apparently other people as, like, his twisted sluts, basically.
I listen, the awful part of this is that this was coined by Freud, Sigmund Freud, and that should basically tell you all you need to know about this.
Yeah, basically. Fucking hell. Also, Embre, that's fucked up. I'm not reading that. Okay. I spent many months being friends with Caleb, and in a short amount of time we stuck pretty closely due to a couple of things occurring in my personal life. I leaned on him for emotional support. We spoke a lot about our lives and just generally connected quickly. With that, I won't deny there were numerous red flags I ignored in favor of having a friend to lean on at the time. On all the time. He expressed that he had a roster, a list of women he constantly talked to. Fucking hell. Some sexually, some casually, some romantically. He bragged about the people he was in contact with, large creatures that I watched and obviously I didn't. He made crude jokes, see screenshot. This is one of many jokes that I let him get away with, and sometimes talked about the people he was involved with. He made other jokes involving my race, my gender, my sex, my sexual orientation that I let him make, but in hindsight, it just made him comfortable in being a bigot. Well, yeah, that's like an issue. Again, right? I know there is a thing, right? I believe I said this last time I covered this, where some people are sometimes in a position where they feel like they can't actually, like, fight back, I guess,
Mhm.
or like say no, this is wrong. But if you don't do that, you are leaving that door open for someone to think that behavior is acceptable, even though you know it's not. Like,
Yeah,
you need to do
kind of the
something,
thing.
basically.
It's kind of the thing with boundaries. They have to be stated to be understood.
Mhm.
You can't expect somebody to respect a boundary you never put down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a two-edged sword. On one hand, people obviously shouldn't be weirdos around you.
Yeah,
Duh.
exactly.
Duh. But at the same time, if there is something that makes you comfortable, you need to say that so people can know. But at the end of the day, also like I had this exact problem with the thing I'm working on right now, where somebody was victim blaming somebody who was getting sexually harassed because they never put down the boundary. And I'm like, why are we entirely ignoring that you also probably shouldn't send like unconsensual porn to people? Like
Yeah, exactly.
so
Again, like, there is like two aspects to it. But yeah.
yeah.
During our friendship, he often talked about the women he gave money to in exchange for sexual favors. Okay.
Huh?
I'm
Making the whore complex literal?
Yeah. He made many self-deprecating remarks and leaned on me for complete reassurance at times. Okay. There were times he self-reported, noting he had intentionally done manipulation tactics and sent it to me so I could find some way to validate him. Towards the end of our friendship, he pushed me to post pictures of myself online more often. Fuck me, okay. So we have a message from
Okay.
Poke. I said I recruit for Kyle S&Ps based on how hot the women are, so I can get with them.
Huh.
We are inviting blank to blank S&P. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. Okay. Yeah, by the way, this is another VidCon story.
Oh my god, why is it always VidCon, bro?
That's what I'm saying. There's never a good story out of VidCon. VidCon, Anaheim, 2025. I was convinced by Caleb to attend VidCon on his word that he had a ticket secured for me by a panelist. When the time finally arrived, he had not made good on his word, and I had to pay money out of pocket to go to VidCon with my friends. He spent VidCon being weirdly touchy, attempting to engage in play fighting with me, and in general just being in my personal space. I am generally a touchy person, but I don't put my hands on people. I don't take phones or other items from people's hands, so I was genuinely uncomfortable when this was happening. This was my second time meeting him in person. The first time was at TwitchCon San Diego 2024, and nothing of note ensued from. In fact, he didn't touch me at all during TwitchCon of San Diego 2024. This was a complete switch. However, on the first night, he had gotten someone drunk to the point of blacking out and assaulting them. That is a crazy accusation. We were all asleep, and it was on the bed.
Silence! A woman is talking.
You good?
Good lord.
Did
It was murdered.
Discord kill?
Discord sniped me, bro.
Yeah. Fucking hell. We were all asleep, and I was in the and it was in the bed beside me. He admitted it the day after, and we were adamant on him telling them what he'd done. He waited till the end of the trip to do so. So he got someone drunk to the point of blacking them out, and then assaulted them. What?
I really hope we get some sort of proof of this because that's a really heavy accusation.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying it couldn't have happened, but I do hope we get like some sort of screenshot of him like telling the story or whatever.
Right.
Because that's a crime. Like
He waited till the end of the trip to do so. How does that even... So just, oh, by the way, I sexually assaulted you. What
Just
the
so you know.
fuck? Just so you know. Just so all the cards are on the table here. Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, fucking hell. At the same time, he let on to our friends that he was in love with me. During the last month, he had grown feelings for me and would frankly make up scenarios in which he had hinted that he would be able to make me feel the same way. As much as I was oblivious to it, there were obvious signs that I picked up on. Interesting. On one of the last nights of the trip, we were all drinking in the hotel. Wait, actually, this is confusing me.
So
Wait, so he admitted it the day after. We were adamant on him telling them once he'd done.
So they knew and they didn't tell this person, they just told him to tell them? That's a little fucked up.
Was he also drunk as well?
I don't know. Like, it says that he had gotten drunk to the point of
He had gotten
he had
someone
gotten
drunk.
someone drunk to the point of blacking out and he assaulted them. We were all asleep and it was in the bed beside it. So the story goes that he admitted it to other people and they told him to tell the person he assaulted. I'm gonna be 100% if somebody tells you they assaulted somebody, you call the police.
Yeah, you report that to the con staff and then the police.
Yeah, like to be like, actually you'll have to have a conversation with this person about it. No, bestie, that's a crime. Like, that's a crime. That's the moment where that's the moment where you get con staff involved and police involved and you tell this person, just so you know this happened, we're handling it. What do you want to do? Like, to encourage conversation between the assaulter and the assaulted. Like that.
This is insane.
I'm sorry.
Unless this gets expanded on, I'm sorry. Why was this not reported?
Yeah, I don't like the idea of like this is giving I'm telling the rapist to tell the raped to, that happened. Like,
yeah.
You don't encourage that connection because that festers bullshit like, oh, you wanted it, you told me you wanted it, and all that nonsense. Like, the fact that this was just quietly accepted and all that happened was actually you should talk to this person is like, no.
Because quite
Bad.
frankly, either one, they were both drunk and they were being stupid as fuck. Or two,
Yeah, just like
he wasn't.
Yeah, just like how Nabi said, like, why don't you have a little chat about it with your victim bud so you can make amends, that type shit. Like, that's what it is. It's like, ugh, just figure yourself out. Just talk to them. Like, bro.
Yeah. On one of the last nights of the trip, we were all drinking in the hotel. I was drunk and trying to sit down on my bed, which was the pull-out couch in front of the TV. He secured himself in the middle of my bed and continuously... So your sofa, the sofa?
Yeah,
The
the couch.
like a weirdly phrased, and continuously encouraged me to sit beside him and to cuddle. I sat behind him, making sure to lean as forward as I could to maintain a normal distance, but there were multiple times he attempted to pull me back or beside him, or put his arm around my head. He put on a movie and remained laying. I remained laying, staring at the movie, and I didn't dare to look towards him for fear he would take that as a sign to kiss. He had basically wrapped most of his body around me by the end of the movie. Additionally, I felt his breath on me. A friend who was there later noted that she had turned her back on us because she believed we were going to make out. I pulled out my phone and scrolled TikTok in his excuse to not look in his direction after the movie. He sat and watched me do it until finally at like 2 a.m. he got off me and went to his own separate bed. Later, he recalled this to be one of the best nights of his life. For me, I only recalled the assault from days earlier and how I felt like I had just narrowly dodged that myself.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Like, the assault is not about you, bestie, and it's an assault you kept quiet about. Like,
Yeah.
I get the fear, I understand that, but like, it's not about you. It isn't about you.
Well, again, I mean, if this person had done this to them, it is still horrible, right?
Yeah, it's
but
still
also,
bad.
why are you even keeping him around the convention or around your room if you know this guy is by your own accounting, not sexually assaulted, that was never stated, had assaulted someone in the bed? Because what I can if
Yeah.
it's not because it's not stating sexual, I assume maybe it was getting into the bed with them and like holding them. Still
Yeah, they
fucking
don't.
disgusting, but
Right, like it's bad either way, but I don't like the way this is phrased. Like on one hand, it's terrible that he did it. I'm not gonna pretend it isn't, and him gopes like overstepping boundaries all the time is bad. But at the same time, apparently an entire group was aware that he had assaulted somebody and said nothing.
this I
Like,
don't like either. To clarify, the reason I didn't just ask Caleb to get off me was because he had a big tendency to complain that his worst fear was making others uncomfortable. It was a guilt-stripping tendency that made me nervous to approach him about boundaries. This comes up again in a bit. Now, why do you have this fear about making him, about, like, talking about this, but you guys did have the ability to tell him to talk to someone he apparently assaulted when they were asleep or drunk?
right? Like, wouldn't that be the worst kind of quote unquote uncomfortable?
Yeah, if you feel you have been assaulted within this situation, why were you able to talk about someone else and not tell that person that they had been assaulted?
And again, like this entire thing right now, it's like I understand that this probably is word of mouth only because they didn't text about it, but I wish we had some sort of evidence because again, this is a really heavy accusation. They're accusing him of a crime. Like it's not just haha silly Discord beef, it's a crime. A
Well, I
real
mean,
life crime.
I mean, even in the context of what they've given here, it's still bad on the group's part anyway.
Yeah.
Because, like, what
Like
do
just
you mean you're giving him the a responsibility to tell someone he assaulted them? If someone has assaulted someone, I'm not going, just tell them about it, lol. I am kicking their teeth in and dragging them out the door.
Yeah, and even if they were nervous about it, there's ways to text 911 and other emergency services without alerting anybody. Like,
They were at a
you can do
convention.
that. You can just walk to the con staff and be like, I think I witnessed a crime, help, and then they handle it.
Yeah. And get them off the property.
Yeah, and if it's not that, then, you have the opportunity to text or, chat with people, law enforcement, that could help. So,
Yeah. It's
the,
not
the fact,
Go on.
yeah. No, I was about to say, like, the fact that this is just something that they're chill with, they're just like, yeah, he assaulted somebody, we can still hang out. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't. Like, no, you can't.
God. Also, yeah, as Nabi was saying, if he's that feared, why not report him? Obviously, it's not an easy thing to do, but how can you instead pretend everything is fine if you truly believe you're in danger too? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's continue. Privacy breach. After VidCon, he spent more time trying to gauge whether he had any chance to pursue a relationship with me. He asked many of our friends, some who were extremely close to me. He shared conversations, things I had said to my therapist, and misinterpreted photos and moments to fit the narrative that we were physically close the entire conversation. Oh god, my throat. I had friends who tried to help where they could, letting on that there was something more that I didn't know, but ultimately the truth was hidden from me. He confessed to and was rejected by other women he had romantic crushes on, specifically citing that he was doing so to focus on pursuing me. What?
Huh?
It felt like he was hoping we would end up dating because of the emotional support he gave me, and he was putting all his hopes of a relationship onto me. Finally, Caleb decided to go to my closest friend, Scree, whom he had done this to previously, meaning he went around to all of her friends and told them he had a crush on her. She had no interest in keeping Caleb's big secret and told me the next day. I reacted normally to the news. A crush was not a huge thing to me, especially since it was continuously hinted at by him and others. Previously, I mentioned to him and other friends that I was growing paranoid at people sharing my info because of a prior situation. It was a complete heartbreak hearing that not only someone I loved and trusted ignored this for his own benefit, but he also had our other friends keep it in confidence. He breached my boundaries by sharing our conversations and made it out to seem that he had a chance.
Now I have to ask, is this before or after you figured out he assaulted somebody? Because
Well, I'm guessing given these screenshots below are 2024, and this is
yeah,
this is VidCon 2025.
Okay, because I was about to get real confused as to how, like, somebody who assaulted somebody else having a crush on you was not a big deal. Like, that would be a massive deal to me.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, okay. I'm glad we clarified, question mark.
He claimed that he knew me, but he failed to see how badly that doing this would freak me out. After he found out that I knew, we had a talk in which we talked about the amount of people he told. I reiterated that he completely breached my trust that night. VidCon was brought up. When I recalled that night from my perspective afterwards, he made sure that his feelings about how terrible he felt were known to me. For the next couple of weeks, I tried to make amends. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
You
sorry.
guys you guys talked about the assault and VidCon did nothing and then talked about it later, did nothing again?
What the fuck? What
I
the
am
fuck?
crying in my hands as we speak. Like, I'm sorry, the fact that you. Okay, so I understand, like, the human side of this, to be afraid of somebody like that, right?
Yeah.
And to be afraid that they would leak your personal shit and start shit or whatever the fuck else. I understand that. However, if somebody tells you they, in real life, physically assaulted somebody, or you were present while that happened, you keeping them around afterwards, when you have ample chance to just cut them off, and not reporting them, is a choice. That is a
Yeah.
choice you made, a conscious choice you made. And that's a weird choice to make. Like, you don't get to victimize yourself in that instance. Like, I understand that in the moment when you were physically together, it would have been harder to just get rid of him, because that is scary. But
Hmm.
online, you could have just blocked him and then reported him and called it a day. Like, what do you mean you kept him around afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking insane. I'm just baffled at the moment. For the next couple of weeks, I tried to make amends, mainly to save the friend group, fuck off, and make everything more or less go back to normal.
Oh my god.
It didn't last long because I felt like I was still uncomfortable with everything that had happened. I drifted from Caleb, which he negatively reacted to. He reached out to many of my friends and multiple times asked me if I was ignoring him. I asked for a space and he didn't take my answer. He went to complain to a large number of my friends about it. Many of my friends relayed messages that he was depressed, that he missed me, suggested I tell him I miss him, suggested I check in. I didn't most of the time, as I felt it wasn't necessary for me to do, and wasn't beneficial for my mental health to be constantly checked in on, to be constantly checking in on someone who breached my privacy.
And who assaulted somebody.
Yeah. Screw.
I don't know why that is not the bigger deal here. Like, yes, your privacy being breached is terrible, blah blah blah. Okay, great. But he's an assaulter. Should that not be the number one reason why you don't want to be around him?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell.
Good lord.
Scree, written by her. Caleb's previous crush on me was around a week into our friendship, back when I first met him in August of 2024. He misread super into things I posted on Instagram and went around messaging my friends about his crush on me. It took me blowing up one of our mutual friends and getting another to go and tell Caleb I wasn't into him for him to stop. And after this, I contacted him to clear things up and thought we were good. And we have DM conversation. Who do you want to voice, Eden?
I want to be Parker.
Okay.
I think that's Pokey over there.
So, when my ex was upset with me, she would make a subtle jab at me by posting on IG story, with a song that related to how she was upset. Or if she wanted me to break no contact, she would tweet about me or post a song that me or her had shared together. Like every single action had a subtle underlying message, so I would hyperanalyze it all.
Oh wow.
And Squee is just like,
That's crazy.
I don't know how to flirt, and I'm sitting here like, what does she mean? Then there's another screenshot. The fuck even is that? Because I have the thing inverted. I think that's meant to be a song. Fuck.
I'd assume so.
Wait, I'm actually gonna end it all. That song wasn't on the playlist she sent. Am I cooked?
No, surely not. She said that photo was just really glay, of course, so...
My bad, I'm struggling with this adjustment. Square is the least insane woman I've ever spoken to. And I'm so serious when I say that. Okay.
Okay, question mark?
Interesting. I think this is still Scree's messages. Or Scree typing in the dark.
Oh, yeah, so...
Caleb messaged me on the 7th of the 7th, 2025 to call, saying he needed to vent about his feelings to me. As soon as I called him, he went into detail about his feelings for Parker, how he had been hiding them, and whether or not he should confess. To clarify, he did not ask for my advice on whether he should move on or whatever he attempted to tell others. He asked for advice on specifically if he should confess, to which I immediately shut down. The way he was going about it made me think he was repeating what he had done to me. And my fear was confirmed as soon as I got into a call with another friend in Parker the next day, where I confessed to Parker what Caleb had done. Caleb told me that his plan to ignore Parker for a month and let his feelings disappear, and that he was just going to pretend things never happened. He came to me to validate his ideas, not for genuine advice. I thought his ideas weren't right anyway, as he had already done actions that crossed Parker's boundaries. Simply pretending it never happened would be lying by an extension.
Like, Ivy.
Oh god,
Wrong
why
button.
are you so
I didn't
big?
mean to join. Sorry.
Thank you, Ivy.
I was trying to literally watch the stream and I accidentally clicked
Yeah,
watch
buddy.
stream.
Thank
I had a
you.
dumb moment. Sorry. Bye.
Bye, Ivy.
Bye.
That was Ivy, everyone. That little creature I keep locked in the basement. Don't know how they got out.
Has gotten ended.
Yeah. Prior to Caleb contacting me, I had made numerous attempts to befriend him. It always seemed like he didn't have any interest in me or being my friend, and I wanted to mend that. But when he told me about his feelings, I had no reason to hold on to that info for him. All it did was compromise my friendship with Parker. I wasn't going to compromise my friend's happiness, for someone who was yet to give me the time of day. Lol. Parker and I are extremely close friends. Before any of this went down, we had even talked about going no contact with some people due to malicious rumors about the two of us. All of a sudden finding out Caleb was also going behind Parker's back, and realizing the chance of Parker finding out that I knew without telling her, no way was that worth it. It would have been a complete betrayal to our friendship and made me no better than Caleb. After everything happened, I ended up blocked by Caleb for about a month. He unblocked me in order to try and get sexual favors out of me for money, to which I declined for many reasons, but mainly because I already knew he was making unsavory comments about me towards Parker. I am under the assumption that after he realized I wouldn't do anything sexual for him, he reblocked me. The lies he spread about me were extensive. I manipulated Parker. I had a crush on Parker. I hated Caleb from the start. I had a crush against him. He was the main reason he and Parker weren't friends anymore, etc. He shifted all of this blame onto me, acting as if I was the catalyst for the situation, when the reality was that he had fundamentally broken Parker's trust.
And he's a sexual assaulter.
And he was a sexual assaulter. Friends that weren't fully aware of Caleb's actions suggested that I should just apologize to mend things. I explained my side to those who would listen, but it was extremely difficult to be heard when Caleb had already told so many people that I was the one at fault. I gave up with most people, resigning myself to the fact that people who actually valued me would reach out to hear my side of things. Only up until now, with other people having experienced Caleb's manipulation firsthand, was I able to clear my name to a massive amount of people. Many who knew me specifically from his lies as a manipulative asshole who wanted control over Parker. Whatever though, lol. And then we have some screenshots here. What are these?
So literally my DMs after I told Parker, okay? Interesting.
This is all you, bestie.
Oh my goodness. Can we quick ride out of the rest of the guild Discord? Ooh.
Oh,
10-10. 10-10. Dude, whatever, dude. We see later.
Hey, are you busy? I need to vent my feelings to you and need advice. I'm horny. Do you want to make money?
Weird gif.
I love money, but I also care about your well-being a lot more, so you should probably save that money.
Crazy.
What a crazy reaction. I'm sorry, from the text they sent, I would have expected something different.
Right.
Like that's not outright denial. That's saying I would do it, but I care about your well-being more. Hello?
Also, the question is, when was... Actually, I can literally find this out.
Anaheim.
VidCon Anaheim.
Okay. When was that?
Yeah,
VidCon?
yeah. Please find.
VidCon 2025. VidCon 2025. That was in... No, that's the new one. That's in June this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
Also, hi, Purple Heart. Oh, sorry. Nintendo Mail. And hello,
Oh, so that
Pictionary.
was also in June. So it's in June every year. So it was in June of 2025.
So this is
So
the
this was
7th.
after.
So this is after. These messages are after that.
So yeah,
But
so that's
I don't know if Scree was actually at that event. If I'm being fair here.
yeah. I mean,
I don't know if Scree
I
was
hope
there.
not.
I hope not,
I hope
because fuck
not.
me. Add that to the list. Hold on, chat. I need to change the document into non-editing mode because I don't edit this fucking thing. I just want to view it. There we go. Wah.
Fantastic. You did it. So proud.
Sigh. Are you sure you don't want any money?
Are you like rolling in it now, bro?
Kinda, yeah.
Clapping gif.
That plus being unbelievably horny brings me here. Okay.
I mean, weird as shit that he texts these people these kinds of things, but this is also not outright denial.
Also, this is
not
just like, fuck off. Again, it's fucking
Yeah.
weird that he asked, but also, what are you doing? Clapping
Why are you-
emoji to the
Why are you
sexual
not-
offer. What are you doing?
Literally, like, why are you not telling him, excuse me, I don't like what you're doing right now?
Fuck me, man. Fuck. Okay. Termina / art theft. Let's fucking go! Let's go!
Fuck my life, bro.
I need an art theft button. I need a very rare, like, art theft button where, like, a bunch of, like, buzzers go off and everything like that. Like, a bunch of confetti, like, flies down from the ceiling. You guys won't see it, but it will make me feel joyous. We're so back. Creepshow art who? Creepshow art who?
We don't know her. We don't know her.
Just before I limited my contact with Caleb, I worked on the early stages of Termina. I made the moon texture. It was originally intended for the logo for the server, but without my consent was turned into the moon that was always visible during the server. Apparently, for the duration of the server, the texture pack and the moon itself led to crashes, but he insisted on keeping the moon specifically. I received no compensation or credit for it at all.
So for the compensation part, did you ask?
Yeah. What was the agreement with this? I understand the credit part, but...
Yeah, the credit
being
part, I
paid.
agree. Like, obviously, you know, you should always credit your artists, but like the compensation part is like, what was the agreement here?
Yeah.
Did you agree on getting paid? Was there ever a conversation? Like, this is why I hate that there's so little actually relevant screenshots here.
Yeah,
'Cause,
compared
like-
to the other document, there's so little.
It's just, I'm saying shit and you must trust me, bro.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Lies spread around about me. The situation reached a point where I sent a long paragraph and launched a long conversation over text explaining that my boundaries were consistently... Sorry, I don't know what's going on in my throat today. Broken, even after Scree had told me that our friends were playing middleman in a close situation. He wasn't well mentally, and I didn't like seeing him that way, so I wanted him to seek help. Now, my friends were telling me he was misconstruing tweets I made about playing games, discussing my sexuality, and hanging out with Scree. For the entirety of this conversation, he attempted to turn around the points I was making and complain that I was putting him down. He insisted I was pressuring him into therapy and felt like I was punching down on him for his mental health. Lol. He pushed
Lol.
that I was forcing him to do things he didn't want. Like assault someone. And that was all he needed for him to be better was for what the fuck? And that all he needed for him to be better was that he needed me. See bottom of the document for the full combo. How joyous.
How joyous.
Why is my finger lagging so much? Oh my god.
nervous sweating, probably because of 7 million screenshots.
True. After we realized we weren't getting anywhere in the argument, I decided that we would come back to this at a later date. He took this as an opportunity to tell a severely misconstrued version of the story to our friends. He told many lies that he actually confessed to me and I turned him down. That the entire conversation was about his alcohol use and therapy, and that I wouldn't listen to him about how healthy he was, which is a complete lie, just to name some. He also spread the lie that Scree was entirely the reason for much of my discomfort and that none of the opinions that I voiced were my own, and completely infantilized me. He also states that I told Scree that he was going to get over me, when in fact he had asked Scree if it was possible for him to have a chance with me.
Why do we care? I'm sorry. I'm reading this entire thing, and I'm just baffled because past the point of he's a sexual assaulter, I already didn't care anymore. But this entire thing about oh, he lied to my friends. The most I could give this person is talking about how their boundaries were breached too, which fair enough, you can talk about that.
Yeah.
But all this is doing is paint them in a much worse light because they repeatedly admit to keeping around a person they witnessed assaulting somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So true, Nabi. Art fest. Shaking in my boots. Crying. That's genuinely so bad, dog. What the hell? ...
Also, Hex, I have a bag of Easter eggs today is joyous. Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is
happy
joyous.
Easter, Hex. Happy Easter.
Kelpie.
So, what else do we have here? Seta says, I didn't know enough about you or your situation to happen to dispute that at all. Knight, he lied to all of us. Laurie says pretty much what Seta said, and I felt that things were a little intense when he was so mad about you that he wouldn't calm down when I tried. Okay.
Okay.
Why is this only his side of the DMs?
I can't speak for Parker, but listen, this is ridiculous because this is not even the conversation with Parker. It's the conversation with somebody else. This is Parker's document. Why is there not the conversation with Parker?
Yeah. And why is it only one side of the DMs?
I hate it here. God bless you.
Thank you. Oh. These lies extended past my group of friends. As he had continued to work for other creators and met other people, he told them about our friendship and what he went through as a result. I only met so many of these people recently, and they told me the amount of lies he was spewing. He also lied about his closeness to a lot of my friends. It made it hard to come forward because it seemed like so many people I trusted stood with him. It was very isolating, and it kept me silent for so long.
I'm pretty sure half of the people who stood with him wouldn't have if he just broke the news that he was an assaulter. Crazy concept.
Yeah. Also, thank you very much, Hexclef, for becoming a member. You didn't have to. Sniffle. Thank you very
Ow.
much. That's so sweet.
Ow.
So this isn't even Parker's Yeah, you were saying. I
Yeah.
thought these were only Pokes messages.
No, these aren't even the conversations with Parker. This is a conversation with somebody else.
You can be anonymous user.
But I can speak for Parker and can 100% confidently say he won't do such a thing. From the last time we spoke, if anything seemed like he wanted to avoid you, not pay attention to you.
I love you a lot, but I simply can't believe, unless I'm hearing it from Parker. And to be quite honest, I don't think I'd believe it, even if I heard it from him either.
I understand, and I do realize there isn't much I can do in this situation. If nothing will make you believe it, I'm really sorry.
It's okay, it's just hard to feel like they have any empathy at all for me. In a situation when they haven't shown an ounce of it to my friends, so... Oh, my face.
The thing is, it is not empathy that they don't have that in this situation.
Sorry, I'm stupid. What are you trying to say?
That them deciding to ignore you, avoid you, has nothing to do with empathy. It's far from empathy, I think.
Oh, yeah, maybe I just don't know how to describe it, but I don't think that they have it in them to just avoid/ignore me. I don't know, I'm gonna try real hard to not think about it anymore. Like I said, if they do anything, it reflects poorly on them. Wait, didn't they
Why do we
say?
give a shit?
Didn't they say like a thing about like, oh, I sent a massive fucking paragraph to him? Where's
Yeah,
that?
and I would like to see that. I would like to see the conversation because that would actually prove that this person is manipulative
Oh
and
wait, did
ignores
they say it was
boundaries.
the end? Full on convo at the
Oh,
end of the doc. Thanks for that, I guess. Additionally, at TwitchCon, wait, what?
another con?
I thought this was 2024 San Diego. 2025
This
San Diego.
Are you telling me that they went to more conversations with them?
TwitchCon 2024. It's stated as that.
Wow, okay, well, I guess, you know.
So, I'm assuming
Also,
then they... Okay.
so they either made a mistake or worst case scenario they went to another like conversation with them because or like convention with them because this was in October, which would have been after VidCon.
Interesting. So you learned that this guy assaulted someone and then went to another convention with them.
Yeah, so like again, either they just misremembered and it was 2024, or it was 2025, which meant they shared another convention with this person.
Yeah. Additionally, at TwitchCon San Diego 2025, he kept up the rumor that a friend and I were planning to do something to him. A mutual friend defended me, saying that as I had stated to many of our friends, I wanted nothing to do with him and I just wanted to have fun at the con. So why did you go there with him? Or maybe they went to the con and he was just also attending, if I'm being good faith.
Yeah, if we're being good faith, yes, but I find that hard because like their entire like group seems so intertwined. So
you need to entertain chat, the dog's barking, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, I need to fix this.
oh my god, I love when I'm entertaining chat. Chat, give us money for dog treats. What a fucking document, bro. What an insane fucking dog. Oh my goodness gracious. I also like that we have a like section about insults, racism, and homophobia and a doc about assault. I'm so glad we're focusing on the important things in this. So happy. So joyous. Happy Easter, chat. Good lord. I also like the preview of the DM. Fuck Parker, I'm feeding all this art into AI. Damn.
Hi.
Hi.
Nosy ass dog, bro. When there was another dog barking in a neighbor's garden, they were just like, okay, bet. Then one up, you little bro.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's see. That's a lot of redacted.
Yeah. That's I don't even think it's particularly interesting because it's just hearsay of like, oh yeah, this person said some bullshit.
What does it say? So one call that Seta was in where he said some bullshit about VidCon and twisted up a lot of stuff, and one call with me where he said that it was no one's fault and you guys had just decided to distance and that was it. Parker says, holy fuck, lol. Another person goes, you were incredibly well articulated in this, and it's so beyond frustrating to see how he's warped this conversation to fit into the narrative he wanted. He told me unprompted on a late night call, I very specifically told him I wanted to stay out of this as much as physically possible, that you led without the alcohol and therapy part. I would not hear him out at all. I'm genuinely very sorry I didn't reach. Why are we seeing this? Why am I not seeing the DMs at this part?
Yeah, also why do we care? Like, yes, this proves that he was a lying asshole behind the scenes, sure, whatever. But it also shows that your friends weren't willing enough to like immediately reach out to you and talk to you unless this all imploded. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if somebody comes to me and tells me that Yen treated them poorly in a conversation and, you know, didn't hear them out, I'm gonna walk to Yen and be like, okay, so you talked to this person, what happened? Like,
It's all true.
what kind of shitty friends are those that they're just like, yeah, I'll just take this as fact. This is fine.
Oh boy. Insults, racism, and homophobia.
I know, right?
This is Hidden's favorite things.
It's my favorite.
In the aftermath, he also had a variety of things to call me. He addressed me to friends as his bitch ex-wife.
God
To
damn.
reiterate, we never dated. In between rants about me, he called our situation Parker Squinkles trauma. Lol. He made
Lol.
remarks about feeding my art into AI to others.
Mhm.
Okay. He called me a bum and used the F slur against me. Lastly, in front of our friends in VC, he made multiple remarks about calling ice on me. Fuck, okay. For extra
Ooh.
context, I am Mexican American. I was told that they were jokes, but frankly, I don't think many see the severity of it. Not only did he throw genuine racism my way, but in a current time like this isn't something to take lightly. He threatened genuine danger in my life, and it was made into a joke. Okay. Fuck Parker, I'm feeding all his art to AI. Dude.
Dude?
Yeah. Lamau, sorry, thought of that. And it wouldn't leave my head. Guy who has genuine evil and malice in his heart.
You do.
Why is this pink? Oh, my eyes. He made some ice jokes about Parker post the no contact.
What? What? He did what, Nuki?
Oh yeah, they were in VCs only like 2 or 3 times. Okay, so I think we did see this in the other doc. What are
Yeah.
these? So these set as DMs. Even there's similarities here that you could be drawn to the Parker thing. I still talk to Parker. Like, it doesn't help that it's so very similar to the Parker. This is referring to Laurie.
Okay. Well, wish I
don't
cared.
really care. It was incredibly hard for me to speak out. There were people who knew what was happening but couldn't speak out due to his threats of control over their career/online life. The only person loudly supporting me had been villainized and made to be someone who had cruel intentions. Scree. Although there were attempts to defend me later on, they also always seemed to be ignored by Caleb. He refused to see me as anything other than a villain for standing up for myself and letting my boundaries be known. The hurt that had been caused by Caleb cannot be fully undone. I've had months to move on and recover from this hurt. My and Scree's goal is to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Me when I lie, because I don't call the police on somebody who assaulted somebody. I mean, who
Right.
said that? Sorry. I don't know where that came from, my bad.
Caleb tried very hard to silence us. The communication with my friends was very cloudy because of the distrust he sowed. There is so much more that was left out because I want to have a smaller dog. Why?
Why?
Just give me the evidence. I'm just glad that this is out and he won't be able to do this again. Every victim's story about this is extremely valid. You're like my bitch ex-wife. Sorry. Well, yeah, I know that guy who has been dealing with that. Why have you deleted your side of the DMs? Oh my god.
Oh, this is the text convo they were talking about.
How
Okay.
much is here?
Too much.
Okay. We're read.
Do you want to be Parker again and I'm gonna be... Oh, sorry, do you want to be like fucking
Yeah,
Poke
I'll be
again?
the
Won't be
assaulter.
Parker? Okay, great. I'm gonna be... Okay, this is me. I'm texting you because I'm done letting our friends play the middlemen in a situation that shouldn't have involved them originally. When we spoke about the situation after it had happened, I believe to have told you explicitly what about the situation made me uncomfortable. What made me uncomfortable was that you shared our private conversations with my close and personal friends. I explicitly told you that I knew you screenshot conversations when you like someone and that it made me very paranoid. I have struggled to talk with many of my friends because of this, and you then went to some of them and let them feed you information about me and my friends instead of just coming to me about this. Now you have made the situation about you. I finally got the courage to speak with Blank. She told me how much you have spiraled and drawn your own conclusions about things I have told you explicitly. Not only that, but you managed to think that all of my actions weren't my own. One of the only people who knew me and the way this would impact me had the courage to let me know, and you made her out to be manipulative, when in reality you had done this exact same thing to her. Okay, up there, okay. And she had experienced the same feelings I had felt. She didn't influence any of my decisions nor my actions, as I have never consulted anyone on my decisions other than my therapist. I honestly don't know what to do because I have felt nothing other than disrespect. I want to be a friend. Sorry, I want to be a friend because you have done so much for me and I care about you, but you have... Where am I?
Made me question.
Oh, there. Oh yeah, you have done so much for you and I care about you, but you have made me question whether I have the energy to put into this situation. I will only continue this friendship with you if you get therapy. I will not let you continue to self-medicate with alcohol, nor will I let you dig yourself further into a hole because you refuse to get better. I am your friend, but I refuse to be your caretaker for this. Therapy has allowed me to find peace and deal with situations in a much more positive way, which is why I want you to find that same success in mental health. I want to be in your corner, but you need to work on being better, because frankly, I won't let myself deal with this situation a third time. I don't care for an apology from you anymore. I just need to see you work on yourself.
Can we talk? Can we call and talk?
I won't call. But we can text. If you have any questions, I'll answer them, but I'm not going to call right now.
I don't want to like force you to call me, but why don't you want to call right now?
I just don't want to talk. That seems like way too much pressure, and I would not 100% formulate my thoughts best that way.
That's completely fair, and I understand. I just wanted to call because I want the confidence. Fucking hell. I want the confidence that it is just you and me and conversation with no other input.
Okay.
Are you able to talk to text and show me that that's what this conversation would be? That it's only you and me talking?
Yes, I'm playing Roblox with Gree, but I will not disclose to her what this is. Oh, there it is, yeah. What this conversation will entail, and you have to believe that and hold yourself to that same standard.
I want to believe you because I want to have this conversation. I've been hung up with blank. I am serious about it.
Okay, this is a one-on-one conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna like systematically tackle my thoughts.
Okay.
Because I have a lot and I don't really know how to fully convey them fully. Fuck me. Okay, to start, I understand your frustration and uncomfortableness with sharing of messages thing. Every time I've spoken about the situation, I have said that your feelings on it are completely valid and it makes sense. I've admitted to faults for it, and I've tried to be better about it. I understand how me and how me having others feed me information about you doesn't feel good either, and I apologize for that. It was out of care and desperation to understand what you had going on. Fuck off.
I understand that. You admitted fault for it, but you continued to do it.
I know, and I tried to stop more recently. I reflected on it and realized what I was doing was against it. I think it's partially ingrained to me how I am as a person, with wanting many perspectives on things, but I am trying to do better about it, or at least when it comes to you. I've had multiple conversations with Blank recently where I was talking about the situation, but I told him very specifically that I cannot really talk about this conversation that was had. I still understand your frustration with it, and I'm not trying to downplay your feelings, I'm just trying to show you that I am trying to do better. Okay.
I get that, but I'm just not seeing it yet. Oh, there it is. There's the rest.
Thanks
Fantastic.
so much.
Hug. I get that, but I'm just not seeing it yet, and I can't see it until I see you actively trying to make yourself better, and not by working or by drinking. I mean by actively seeing where these patterns of behavior are stemming from, and taking accountability. There are patterns of behavior I regret not pointing out to you earlier, like your sexual assault, and I'm sorry I waited until it happened to me to point them out because I regret that.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to my next point. I acknowledge you're not fucking out, but I am acknowledging what you have said, and I am processing it.
Okay.
I feel my opinion on things went largely unheard and unacknowledged in this situation, and I'm not saying that to say how you feel is wrong, but I also feel like I have been wronged in this situation. Fuck off. What happened between us feels completely out of control, my control. Fuck off. Especially if I had a conversation with Scree before she told you. Where she told me very specifically that you would freak out. When she told me that, I was hell-bent on acting like nothing had ever happened and just moving on from it. I had told her and everyone else that I was over all of it and everything should have went back to normal. That's insane. Why would you think that? If Screen doesn't tell you about it, none of this happens. Our friendship isn't in the gutter. I don't take a step back from everyone. Everything is fine. I understand she told you because she felt it was similar to me and her situation. I agreed to a degree. But I think there was a lot more that she didn't consider with it, especially the fact that me and Scree have never been as close as we were since that all happened. That is insane, by the way. Everything would have been fine if you didn't know that I was, like, leaking our DMs and your, like, stuff and being extremely weird about you.
Why are you mad? How dare you?
So true. I felt betrayed that Scree had told you when I told her I was all over it. And I felt betrayed again with Lily telling you both things that I said in confidence to her. Okay, let me...
Ramp. The thing is that it isn't what would have happened at all. All the chances of me finding out were still definitely there, even if Scree hadn't let me know, and if I had learned farther out, I would have been so much more hurt. Once again, I don't care that you had a crush, it was the fact that you went to my closest friends doing this. In doing this, you made all our friends in some way pick you, and the one person who was closest to me knew what would happen if I found out further on, and made the correct choice. I don't think our friendship is in the gutter. What a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Unless you want it to be. Am I upset over this ongoing situation? Yes, but I'm talking to you right now because I care about you and I want to continue to care about you. Have we forgotten the VidCon incident? It might take
Again, that thing is such like a thing that's like in the back of my mind. You cannot just say that like, yeah. So this guy like, he assaulted you in your sleep. We wanted him to
let's be
tell you.
friends. Yeah,
Let's be friends.
let's be friends.
What?
Let's just keep being friends. Like, what?
So either that, it's like 3 different options with that. One, they were both extremely drunk and they were both being like drunkenly stupid. 2, he just assaulted them flat out. There's no other additional nuance to it. 3, it's entirely being like misconstrued and overblown. Because what do you mean you're calling this an assault and you didn't report them and you're continuing to be friends with them?
And now we're just fucking saying like, oh yeah, I want us to be friends still. But like, no, you don't.
This is the crazy part, is this is a self-report, because this is a statement.
Yeah, like, how can you release this? Like, I would never release something that has me openly stating, oh yeah, I know that you assaulted somebody, but let's remain friends.
Yeah,
Let's be cool.
hidden would obfuscate, yeah.
Yeah, I would. No, I'm kidding. It might take time, but I'm under the belief we can continue to be good friends, but there will just have to be clearer boundaries between us.
Brother.
Brother.
I think we fundamentally disagree on this, and I'm trying my hardest to understand your viewpoint, but I still believe very strongly in what I said.
I was already kind of in the know about you liking me before Scree had claimed to me about it. The thing that I was missing was that everyone was on it as well.
Hold on.
What the fuck? Cough.
Sorry, hold on. We'll get back to this.
That's you.
I personally feel like... Why is it so laggy? Oh my god. Load. Sorry, chat. I honestly feel like it is in the gutter. I just went through what I would argue is one of the worst months ever, and it felt like you just didn't care about me. At all about me. I had people reach out to me and check on me that I would never expect to reach out. Meanwhile, I heard nothing from you, and that hurt. And made me spiral more, but I would like to admit, you were the only... You were the only person in the world I felt comfortable enough to being open about with anything I had going on, and you were the only person I wanted to talk about it, and I heard nothing. It hurt and made me feel like I didn't nearly mean as much to you as you meant to me. And not even like in oh, I like Parkaway, but you are my best friend without a doubt in my mind.
I cared about you this entire time, but I was not physically able to be present because I had busy. And also working through my emotions. I'm sorry because I know my biggest way of showing my support is my presence, but I spoke to my therapist and they had recommended time away while we worked through my emotions weekly.
I understand that, but it still hurts. Like, I rage and I understand you saying you care, but it just doesn't feel like you cared. Ugh. And that was a lot for me. It really made me spiral on top of everything else, to the point it made me upset to sit there and see you interacting with everyone else and not me. So I had to take my own space away from you. Crazy.
Is that all there is?
This is so fucking bizarre, dude.
Oh no.
This is the last
Yeah.
set. Oh my god. Should I skim? Is there even a thing in here? We're gonna have to read this.
I just think it's like literally just like
arguing back and forth about like, oh, you know, I didn't respect your boundaries because I didn't feel like I had to, and oh, you didn't respect my boundaries, and where you were not there for me, and where you were not there for me. Also, how many times you've been drunk in the past, but you have framed it to me in the past in places that you being drunk led to certain things, like you drunk texted me. It led to the assault, according to you. Hello?
Wait, which one are you reading?
That's the third one, I think, and it's the middle one where it says like, look, I don't know how many times you've been drunk, but in the way you have framed it to me in the past in places like JFF, you being drunk led to certain things, like you drunk texted me, which only makes me worry about your relationship with alcohol. It also led to the assault,
Well,
according to this person.
That was never stated. It was only ever stated that the other person was drunk.
Oh.
That's the interesting part about that.
Well, see, but now it's being framed like he was like an alcoholic, so is there a chance that he was drunk too?
I don't know where the stuff sits when you have two people who are drunk and they're both being fucking idiots.
Right? Like, my
Because
problem
your
with
level
things is like,
awareness, whilst drunk,
Yeah.
it can vary from person to person.
I don't
Now,
know,
for
it just,
me, I don't know about you, but like, I'm not like a mindless zombie.
me neither.
Sure, you can be a lot more loose-lipped,
Yeah.
but it does not mean you go, I'm gonna touch you.
Yeah, I don't like how this like entire doc starts out with levying really heavy accusations and then just goes into this person wasn't a good friend to me. Like, I'm sorry, at that point I don't care. I really don't care. And you self-reporting and telling me that you tried to mend your friendship with this person is insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else? I'm not saying you couldn't recover. I promise you not the person I think I am. Okay. I don't care. It's just
Sorry, chat. Da-da.
dead air. I should have spent more time apart before we decided to be vulnerable with each other. Again, you should have cut them off. They're an assaulter. I'm not emotionally smart or available enough for you. Why are you sucking up to this person? I'm sorry, you just spent an entire document explaining to me how shitty of a person he was. And you're like, oh, I want to be your friend. I want to figure this out. Like, I get you were, like, possibly manipulated, but I am also assuming you were an adult. So...
It's my personal regret that I sat on the blank stuff because I kept remembering it. I've kept forgetting to say it, and that's my bad.
Bro...
Is that the VidCon stuff? Question mark? Interesting.
I hope not. I can't be there for you. I'm not expecting you to be there. It seems like you need therapy.
Get therapy.
Good therapy.
I still care about you. Deeply care about you. Okay, that's it. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna be putting out this document at some point. You can read all these stupid screen messages. This feels odd to walk into out of context. Fair enough. Don't worry about it. We're going to the next document, so you don't even need the context. It's awesome.
Yeah, but also I'm gonna skedaddle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skedaddle. It's late and I have editing to do. But thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. You're the bestest.
I guess you guys could sub to Hidden Heroine. I guess they're pretty cool. I guess when they're
I
not
am
being
pretty
evil and
cool.
being cancelled, it's pretty cool when they do that.
Yeah, like I have a bi-weekly schedule of canceling and then not making content for 3 months, but I appreciate you guys so much. Give Yen a lot of love. Sub to Yen, join the Discord.
Indeed,
I'm gonna go.
indeed. Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye. So, closing thoughts for this document specifically. Oh my god, the VidCon stuff is such a flashbang. What the hell are you doing? I still think this guy is a complete fucking freak. It definitely illustrates a pattern of behavior. I really wish there was more screenshots and less text. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this at the end doesn't do anything for me. Like, this doesn't really mean much to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a back and forth convo. I don't understand why everything talking about this is not your own DMs with him, and this is other people's statements. Like, if you're the one personally affected, why are you not showing me those messages? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, I think we're going to continue, okay? I think we've got a few more different documents to go through, okay? Oh my god, this one's 35 pages. Chat, we're gonna be here for like a few streams, I think. God. Okay. And I am intending, I might next stream, I might go over the Deed and Silver Call. Because, you know, I've been waiting for Liar to put that fucking shit out for who knows how long now. So yes, chat. Okay. Let's continue. Please read Laurie's document first. Because this is Clementine. Unfortunately, was also part of this. I don't really know what to say. This whole thing has taken a toll on me, and I appreciate anyone willing to read our experiences. Okay. Hello, my name is Robbie, or Clementine, also known as Worm Soup. Wait, let me turn off my screen share and Discord real quick so I can save the stream. Hold on. Wow. There we go. Hello, yeah. Also known as Worm Soup. Never thought I'd have to make another one of these, but I wanted to go be forward about my experiences and hope it'll help anyone else out there. I encourage you to read Laurie's document first, but to have more context. I would also encourage you to read everyone else's document. Okay. Please not be intimidated by the page count. Literally, most of this is just screenshots of text messages. Most of my own words are towards the end of them, and the middle and the end, thank God. Quick TLDR, I was contacted by Caleb Shade, Poke, and would often be asked if he could send me money in return for typically letting him see my face, just for generally being beautiful and to degrade him, amongst other things. Okay. Interesting. Sexual contact, general perversion, honestly, and objectification. I prefer an 18+ audience for this, while some of the things are a bit graphic in detail. How joyous, chat. How fucking joyous. To start, I do want to say that I, for the most part, held strong boundaries, and for the most part, Caleb did respect them. Around August of 2025, Caleb started to texting me. I don't really know for this for certain, but I have suspicion, along with a few others who say the same, that he began texting me after I stopped talking to the person who introduced Caleb and I, who I had had a previous thing with, which just makes it more insane for me to think back on it. Honestly, a lot of our conversations at the beginning were just him calling me beautiful and whatnot. For context, I am autistic and did not really understand fully how this wasn't a good sign, and thought it was be a friendship situation. I also unfortunately do not have screenshot of these early conversations, as they were made on a Twitter account in DMs or on an account I no longer have access to. However, at some point it ended up with him asking to add me on Discord, and from there on, where 99% of our conversations happened. Again, a lot of those early conversations was just him complimenting me, using my buzzwords, etc, etc. He also followed me on Instagram to, okay, I don't care. And they also had each other's phone numbers. And just a warning, my screenshots are going to be all over the place. Some I took on my phone, others on PC, some were taken when I was recording, when I took a recording of my DMs in here with him, as I was a bit nervous he would try to delete everything before he went dark on Discord. Okay. Interesting. Let me have a real quick drink chat. And guys, if you are enjoying the stream, what are you doing? Hit the like button, subscribe. If you really want to, put fingers together. It would help me out a lot if you feel like donating, okay? You do not need to donate, okay? It just helps out the channel a lot, okay? Awesome. Let me have a drink. It's been so fucking hectic recently, chat. So hectic, okay? But we're gonna power through, okay? We've got this, okay? We've got this. Everything's lagging. Damn. Okay, there we go. Fucking hell. Okay. Right then. Let's continue, shall we? Poke says, no, you should never be busy in your life. Worm says, that's what I'm saying, I'm not meant to work. Poke says, you really aren't, ... You should be worshipped like a heavenly being. For reals, bro. Give me a job application for being a heavenly being. Where the heavenly being job at? It's at my house. Okay. Okay. Wait, is this just gonna be, like, mainly consensual conversations? Huh? I like being autistic because I get to be dense on purpose and make people say what they want. Am I allowed to call that hot? Okay, bro. I just watched this video and it was really good. I feel like you would like it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Wait, really? Lamau, is that you? Low-key, if a motherfucker stuck outside my window playing geese, I'd have no choice but to go outside. Poke says, is this true? Yeah, absolutely. Poke says, interesting. Note, Cobra is a geese song. Double note, all these screenshots are him complimenting me and trying to hit my buzzwords, Lamau. He did that a lot at the start. I'm kind of convinced it's because he wanted things I could relate to, hunting me down type shit. What? Normally I'd use buzzwords as a nice way to get to know someone, but I did not feel like that at all with him, trust me. Anyways, most of our chats ended up being like early to mid-November. Well, whatever, very friendly, random stuff, mostly him complimenting me, and him ranting about his worth and general problems. I personally enjoyed talking to him. I don't know what my problem was, but it was definitely 100% a platonic friendship way. Never a point did I gain actual feelings for him. I do want to make that clear. I know at one point he brought up wanting to be in a relationship with me, or just wanting to be with me in some way, and I did tell him it takes a bit for me to get feelings for someone, and whatever we had going on at that point was just him flirting with me and me enjoying the attention, Lamau. So it was consensual. Then he started getting a bit more confident, saying how he finds it hot when I insult him and shit, constantly saying he wants to be with me, all that stuff. There were even times where we would have regular conversations, even semi-serious ones, and out of nowhere he would turn the conversation towards flirtation. That happened a lot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what am I useful for if I don't do whatever you say without hesitation? Sorry, that's perverted. Help? I didn't read it as perverted. But you saying it now lets me know you meant it in a perverted way. Bwahahaha. Poke says, Lamau, of course I meant it in a perverted way. He also began sending me the posts I would post to my face or just DMing me directly after I posted them. And this was also when he first started actually being serious about sending me money, again just for being beautiful. Okay. I'm clawing at my enclosure. The humble pervert shake my head. Poke says, okay, and? Worm says, yeah, right. Poke says, I feel like I should be allowed to be perverted over that post. Poke says, I want you. Worm says, you are so easy whenever I post a picture, Lamau. Poke says, that might be the hottest thing you've ever said to me, by the way. Yeah, you can use me as your fake partner if that helps. Worm says, oh god, I might have to, oh my god, I've had multiple men ask me while I was working if I was single, and I always lied and said I was taken. Poke says, Lamau, you're just so beautiful, everyone wants you. Worm says, laughing my fucking ass off, it's nice to know I got it still. I got it. But also it feels really scary, I don't know how to explain it, but I've had really creepy things said to me before, and that has traumatized me, I think. The only people who can say creepy things to me are my friends and you. SMH. Okay. Poke says, can I pay for more? Worm says, oh my god, no, I would feel guilty. Poke, I am that desperate, by the way, just so you know. Worm says, Lamau, I don't know what part of me wants to. But I'm not a greedy bitch, and will feel like I'm taking advantage of you. Poke says, okay, counterpoint, what if I want you to take advantage of me? Okay. Okay. Fucking hell, okay. How far are we already in? So far, this is just consensual conversations. At first, I was just really not into it because At first, I was really just not into it because it did really feel like I was taking advantage of him. But obviously, he was very insistent and actually enjoyed being taken advantage of. I'll be honest and say I eventually just did not care how much money he sent me or what it was for. If someone wants to be a little dumb and irresponsible with their money, who am I to complain? I do also want to note about that around this time I had quit my job and was packing to move in with my dad for a bit. Caleb did in fact know this, and I had a suspicion he used my unemployment as a mean to get me to take his money. Bitch, you literally said you didn't care. He knew he knew I would want it, I guess, lol. Anyway, his overall preferredness began escalating, and again, and I just took it because I did need the money, and for some reason my brain wasn't clocking how weird of a situation was. Might as well put my looks to good use, you know? Okay. I do also want to note that I'm chronically ill, and that keeps me from being able to make more money with commissions, so I can't sit at my desk all day. It also makes finding a new job very difficult. He again knew this, and I'm pretty sure that there was another reason he used against me in order to give me more money. Bitch, you literally said you weren't gonna complain. Okay. Me when you call me easy. This is just like consensual. What the fuck was the point in posting this? Things kept progressively more NSFW. I think 99% of our conversations at this point became about his pervertedness and him giving me money, then him inventing about shit I probably did not have the right to know, which is a very common theme amongst many others. Poke says, need to be with you right now, this tension is killing me. Womp womp, I need you, sorry, you're not sorry, it's okay. Poke says, I really am not, because I keep saying it, I'm horny and proud at 11 in the morning. Guy who wants to moan out your name, sorry, that was a really beautiful thought. Side note, by beautiful he means horny because I hate the word horny. Okay. Again, this is just all consensual fucking messages. I got a few different drunk texts from him. Very cool, very fun. He often called me his trophy partner / wife and that he wanted to show off. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, chat. It's just so weird. Caleb had this weird thing with where he wanted to meet up with me IRL. Before I moved, I lived a few hours from him, and after I moved, it would have been an 8-hour drive between us. He was very adamant about us meeting up, however, I had absolutely zero plans to do that. Not only was I not into him, but why would I even do that in the first place? We barely talked unless it was him complaining or being a pervert, or him creating a way to slide into being a pervert. It just felt like his whole goal in mind was to get a hookup out of me, knowing he had made other people uncomfortable during in-person meets. The idea that he could have been... That could have been me made me so incredibly uncomfortable just thinking about it. I need to be touched by you. I am touched by you right now with my lovely words. Loki, yeah, sorry, I'm just so I'm just so fucking beautiful right now. Lamau, yeah, I definitely couldn't tell. Sorry. What was it? Can't wait to see you soon. Yeah, I'm definitely on my way right now, yeah. Pause at you. I'm in a meeting right now. I'm so bored. Can I come over and be my trophy wife? Like, you just sit in the background and be hot. What the fuck? Okay. Yes, so he sent me over 1k USD. I will include a screenshot of the literal catch app statement. Anyways, he was sending me all this money despite owing a lot of people money. Okay. Chat, what was the point of this person posting this? Why was this even shared? Just to humiliate. Again, I understand this guy's a complete scumbag, but I'm not gonna lie, right? If all of this is consensual messaging, and even in the document, there doesn't even feel like a hint of regret, it just seems to be the sake of just saying fuck you. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. He just turned everything into this perverted shit and I didn't give a fuck about anything else I had to say. Which, like, it's whatever. I really did not care about any of it at the time because, again, I just didn't realize how much I was generally being used. You are literally in the modern day saying that you were like, I'm gonna make my bag. I do also want to include that a friend of mine who was also involved in the entire situation told me that apparently in some VC with Caleb, he said something along the lines of, I don't care, just show me your tits, and replied to something I had sent him. Which again was a common theme with people he was perverted with. He saw us basically as objects for him to use, and he genuinely just did not care about anything else that makes us who we are. I believe this is going to be brought up in other docs, but he's very much believed in the Madonna whore complex thing by Freud. I don't believe he ever mentioned that to me personally, but I know why he didn't, and it's because he saw me as a whore. He also knew that I would have blocked him everywhere if he brought it up to me. He knew I had past trauma with shit like this, and despite me saying I was comfortable about what he was doing at the time, it still feels bad knowing he took advantage of that. Honestly, this entire situation has made me incredibly depressed. I had no clue he was doing this. Exact same thing to me as other femme-presenting people. I had no clue he was a huge lying, manipulative asshole. Oh, fuck me. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. You were having, like, very flirtatious DMs with this guy. Consistently. And then you agree to let him give you money for it? I'm not gonna lie, right? Even in the present tense, you are just like, I'm gonna make my bag, haha. This is just like, oh, look at this guy, he's a sick pervert. Dude, you are accepting money from him. Again, I don't really care. Again, like, just to clarify, right? I don't care if you're doing that, really. Do you do you okay? Make your bag, again, but in the context of, like, linking this to serious accusations, what was the point? This is weird as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I lost my sugar daddy because he put in the hot seat. Maybe. Maybe. Not sure, not sure. But yeah, that was the Clementine doc. Let's see what we've got here. We'll do this one as well because it's quite short. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream tonight, chat. But we'll keep it going, okay? So this is Eris. My experience with Caleb Shade. I'm going to start this by saying please read the docs and listen to other victims of Caleb. I stand by them in full, and I'm entirely disgusted at how he treated my friends and people in this community. We as a community need to do better in supporting victims and not sweeping situations under the rug. Back in August and October 2024, Caleb started to DM me, complimenting me and trying to start conversations, replying to my posts, etc. With the fact that he was privately messaged me, with everything I assumed he was into me, in some sense, and this was confirmed by a friend of mine and his. I was getting uncomfortable with his messages and wanted him to stop, so I reached out to him and asked him if he liked me. He said he did, and I told him I didn't feel the same way. He said he respected the honesty and left me alone for a while. What I didn't know is that he was talking bad about me behind my back and being pissy about the fact that I rejected him. He also had made comments about being mad about me posting a picture of my boobs were out. I only saw these messages recently. It was in comments about being mad about me posting a photo of my boobs were out. I only saw these messages recently and was in complete shock. We fast forward to July of 2025. I got a message from a mutual friend of me and Caleb saying that he wanted to get me into doing Findom with him. At the time, I was unemployed and not in a great spot mentally. I was desperate for money and agreed to do it with the approval from my boyfriend at the time. Really? Okay. Since this was a business transaction and nothing real. I'd done SFW messaging for money in the past. Okay. So I didn't really think too much about it. So you've done... Is this the same thing? Are we ready? Okay. I knew some stuff about him not being the best person, but over time I learned more and more and started to feel very gross doing anything with Caleb. I got a stable job about a month after starting things with him and no longer needed it. The more I've learned, though, I knew he wouldn't take no for an answer. I've heard from people who even after they say no to him, he will keep persisting. I also was terrified with the power imbalance. I was scared to stop pleasing him because I didn't know if I would get blacklisted or shit-talked because I rejected him yet again. I think the blatant misogyny that Caleb has shown is disgusting and vile. He should have never had any sort of platform and saying as much as he did. I really am confused. Again, like, I'm not gonna lie. It's just another case of this guy was paying you money, you agreed to accept money from him? What's the problem? Question mark? Like, what? Let me quickly read something real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know, guys. Like, again, I understand the whole power imbalance thing, right? This guy's like a, I guess, an influential person within the Minecraft creation community. Like, at least behind the scenes and stuff like that. But in the grand scheme of things, you accepted money from him. Again, the shit talking behind the scenes about you is still foul. I get that. But I don't understand why this is being bragged up as a point. Like, make your bag. I don't care at the end of the day. The shit talking is, like, not good. But also, no screenshots, no evidence. Thank you. I love when that happens. We're getting through it tonight, chat. Oh, fuck, this is 21 pages. Okay. So this is night. We'll see how long this is actually real quick. Because I'm not gonna lie, chat, I am getting a bit tired. Um... da, 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 da. Because we've got quite a few. I mean, the only ones I can really think of in terms of stuff being worth reading. I mean, Seta's statement would be interesting. Icy's as well. And I think that's really about it in terms of stuff. I know there's a few different more documents and statements, chat. Like, some of them are quite long. Let me see real quick. Because I might see about wrapping things up tonight. Let's see. Because I think this topic is overall reasonably interesting, but I think what we're going to end up getting is, with a lot of these people, is this guy was a sick, twisted pervert. He was very much into, like, dom stuff. Apparently, allegedly, he assaulted someone at VidCon, and these people decided to not report him unless they just kept that detail out. I'm not too sure. Back then when Ladies of the Night were a thing, they used to do this same thing in a way. They get paid, but they see their money bad with another woman, they'll report them. Yeah. I don't know. Again, like I've said, make your bag. I don't care what you do. I'm not going to shame someone for doing that. Like, people have got to make money, right? If that's how you do it, I don't really care. Let me just see if there's anything else here. Because I'm not going to lie, chat. I might end up wrapping this topic up. Because I think we've gone through the main bulk of it, right? We covered Laurie's document. We covered Parker's, which was another person who was directly involved. The only people who are really directly involved that I think we'll probably wrap up the stream with is probably Knight and Seta. I was thinking maybe Icy, because I think Icy is someone who's actually also like a big figure in the space. Oh, interesting. VidCon. Hold on. This person also went to the VidCon? Let's have a look at this real quick. Hold on. And then I'll probably put this document out. Okay? Like the mega doc, so everything's compiled. Hello, my name is Ice, and I was one of Caleb Shea's closest friends from July of 2023 to March the 21st, 2026. I also worked in close proximity to Caleb Shea with clients and projects such as Carlith, Coraway, Minsteray, Ashswag, EFFXCS, and Mindclipped. But anything I want to make incredibly clear that the moment I learned the full extent of what happened, I instantly unfollowed and blocked him everywhere on March 21st. Over the last few days, I continued to hear about the victim stories, and they also helped me come to conclusions about my own personal circumstances with Caleb. I like to add to this section to not send any hate towards any of the people mentioned in this. All of the clients and bosses and project managers I have worked with have all taken their own action and have been very supportive to each and every one of the victims. TLDR, Caleb abused the trust of people closest to him, both personally and professionally. He manipulated situations, lied by omission, took advantage of power dynamics, objectified people behind their backs, and caused real harm to multiple individuals. After learning the full extent of his actions and hearing first-hand accounts from victims, I immediately cut all ties. Looking back, many parts of my own experience with him now make sense in a much darker way. Mike's friendship with Caleb. Caleb and I met around June of 2023. He initially reached out to me via Discord DMs. At the time, I was fairly new to the Minecraft YouTube editing, having begun in February 2023, with my first video being published in May of 2023 for Technodad. Caleb and I sort of instantly became friends due to the emotional connection with Technoblade's content. We just generally clicked with each other. Both of us were going through a lot personally. So being able to be there and support each other was the biggest reason we got close. We became employees of Kyle F in November of 2023, thus marking the first company that we would work together on, as well as the first content creator that he would land me a job with. For the most part, the rest of 2023 into June of 2024 was quiet. VidCon Anaheim 2024. This is the one where the sexual assault, obvious assault apparently happened, chat. We introduced ourselves to Lifesteal and continue building up our brands and working with others during VidCon Anaheim. Caleb insisted that we kept looking for this person he had a crush on, which sort of made the convention dull. I mentioned wanting to actually have fun at the con, in which we walked around the main hall for 20 minutes before he began seeking this person out again. No harm was done, but this was sort of where I started to get a bit weird feeling about Caleb. However, I negligently thought this was a one-off thing. In fact, this was a new pattern that he would indulge in. Wait, what? Caleb, Shade, and I at Anaheim. And that's the two there. Wait. So these two went to the con together. But the Parker document claims that these guys went as a group. Oh no, okay. Okay, no, I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb, chat. I got the con dates confused. Okay. I got the cons date confused. So these guys met up in 24. The alleged assault took place in 25. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I don't know if I'm very much more interested. Yeah, it's just a bunch more venting and stuff like that. I actually had a little weird, like, interaction with IC recently. Because I had, there was a bug on Twitter when all these documents dropped, and it made it so that it looked like there was no posts on some people's pages. So I was like, I messaged them being like, hey, do you have the doc? And I was like, ah, fuck, Twitter was bugging out. They're like, no, it's fine. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, it's okay, it's fine. It was silly. But yeah, chat. I might skim some of these off screen, and if there's anything interesting, we can, like, do a quick little final wrap-up next time we go live. But until then, I think I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna see who else is live. I think Beckett of Schlabs is live, okay? So I'm probably gonna raid into him. But yes, chat. I wanna thank you guys very, very much for showing up tonight. Okay? But yes. Let me swap this. I thought he was live. Where is he? Wait, did it? What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. Has this guy got raids disabled? What's wrong with him? I swear Beckett's live. Right? This guy's gay. Or not? Huh? That was quick. Lol. Okay. Well, I don't think anyone's live then, chat. Okay. Let me fix this. Do. Let's raid you into the cats, okay? Oh wait, no, let's do Diesel. Hold on. Sorry, chat. I'll raid you into Diesel. Why not? Okay. Gay. Alright, chat. I'll speak to you later, okay? We will most likely be doing the Deed and Silver stuff next time, okay? So, take care, guys. If the fucking end stream button appears for me. Oh my god, the lag. Sorry, chat, it's being incredibly buggy tonight. I don't know what's going on. Come 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 on. Dead air. Dead air. Oh my god. Fuck me, man. Does not want to work tonight, does it? Oh shit. I forgot to do that as well. Final thing tonight, chat. I forgot. The results are in, okay? Embrae is our winner. I will notify Embrae and the Discord, okay? I will quickly take a little screenshot of the little poll just to show, okay? I want to thank everyone who's done the contest, okay? You guys are very fucking epic. But yes, chat. I will make sure that the stream is set up, and then I will talk to all of you guys later, okay? Okay. Awesome. Bye-bye.